item that was going to be used as a building piece for war. It was a very powerful magical artifact. With that, we teamed up with another member of the Tree of Ravens and his team, Malik, along with Kurtz and Comms, and proceeded down into the dungeon, each of us donning on a special fungus that allowed us to hear each other while we were down there, courtesy of Comms. We found a summoning circle and some shadow beast hellhounds. Um, but what we truly also found out is that we can't trust everybody. As a sleep spell was cast through the fungus, affecting all of us, except for the battle hardened Captain Vickers and Eelix for his sleep immunity as an elf. Eelix and Malik had proceeded to get into it, where Captain Vickers, Eelix, and Malik proceeded to get into it, where Captain Vickers pleaded and begged with Malik to not become unkind, to not do a terrible thing, that our job is to prevent war, not start them. At which point, Malik had reminded Captain Vickers that there's a lot of money in war, and while Vickers likes to prattle on about his peace and his beautiful tree, war is all Malik had ever known. At which point in time, Eelix hit him with a daze spell. Malik went to go and knock Eelix out as well, not willing to kill baby birds, but interposing between Eelix and Malik was Captain Vickers, who met his end at the end of a bloody blade. As Captain Vickers was bleeding out on the floor and Eelix was succumbing to sleep, and we were all wishing we had the strength to fix this, to not let it happen, we heard Captain Vickers once more. Don't be unkind. And with that, we awoke in the Belfont prisons with the great Emperor Titus Arbalus, who we found out was the courted Rose, proclaiming that the Tree of Ravens had committed a great crime this day, stealing an item that he was looking to destroy, an item that he was looking to get rid of, and now no longer has the power to, as he needs to re-find it. And he'll do everything in his power to find it, but he'll make sure that the people who have done it pay. 4 birds will hang in the morning. You awoke in your cell, each of you, with a painful realization that Captain Vickers is not here. And with a new friend, Karrith, an old accomplice from the Tree of Ravens, who, unfortunately, got to watch your home burn to the ground at the hand of Titus Arbalus. As you scream out for the Captain, Nyphix, you'll watch as a man comes around the corner, followed quickly by his lieutenant. He's a rather large-built human with short black hair, very muscular, and wearing a set of full-plate armor as he wanders up to your respective jail cell and proceeds to look in at the 4 of you remaining. Well then, looks like we happen to wrangle a couple pigeons. I do hope you enjoy your stay at Belfont Prison. It will be short. Don't worry. We made sure that your bed has sheets, and you'll find that your hole in the ground contains as much piss and shit as you want. We made sure to leave you in your own company, so you can get your final goodbyes in before you're hung. 24 hours left. Anything you'd like to say for yourselves? Would you like to tell us where our Emperor's item had gone off to, that your troop so lovely stole? You see his cohort behind him just kind of grinning like an idiot. Obviously looking to see some trouble come out of this. And he eyes around the cage looking for somebody, anybody to speak up. Ravens, what do you do?
Karrith just looks over to Nyphix.
Nyphix is gonna stand up and walk over to the bars. Just stare at the warden and go, you know, if the bars weren't here, you wouldn't be talking such a big game.
I can fix that. I can open them up. That make you feel better? Look at you. Unarmed, unclothed. All you got is those claws on your feet. What are you going to do? The collars around your neck restrict magic, so you can't even bother casting that.
Damn.
Would you like to find out?
You watch as he smiles for a second. And he goes, you know what? Not worth beating a dead horse. They'll hang in the morning one way or the other.
Okay, here's
Enjoy
a
your
question.
day, Nyphix.
Quick question. Are my spells or psionics as a mesmerist? Is there a mechanical difference?
Let me find out, actually.
Because if they're spells, okay. If they're not, I have an idea.
Yep, they're spells, mechanically.
Okay. Never mind then. Okay.
All right. At which point in time, another guard walks up. He also is decked out in some plate mail. He's got a giant sword on his back. Enough that he could swing it in here without much incident. He looks in at you, Nyphix, and smiles smugly and goes, you might be careful what you're saying to the warden. Warden Arvin Skull doesn't take things too kindly. They said you need to hang in the morning. They didn't say you needed a tongue to do that. You'll watch as another guard comes around the corner, and with him he has a couple buckets basically hanging off of the end of sticks. He comes up and looks at his companion. This person has rather long hair for a guard. It's about shoulder length, pulled back into a ponytail. His blonde, kind of curlyish locks. He's clean shaven on his face and a bit slenderer than the guard that's in front of you. And he looks and goes, pardon me, Gorm. I just need to get these into the cell. Gorm looks at the guard behind him and goes, didn't you hear the captain? They're supposed to get the full prison treatment. That means no food for these ones. And he pushes the buckets off. He goes, go feed somebody else, Antoine. He goes, look, I understand that they are going to be hung in the morning, but that doesn't mean we can't show them kindness now. Gorm pushes Antoine down and goes, your kindness would be wasted on them. They don't need food, they're going to die. Isn't that right? And he'll start to wander away. You watch as Antoine gets up and starts picking up the buckets, shoveling the food back in.
Karrith is gonna stand up from his corner and look amongst the cell a little bit and kind of fidget over to the jail cell and just kind of look over at Antoine.
Antoine himself is a rather small guard, and you can tell that he's not treated with as much care and kindness as the rest, where these guards are wandering around in chain and plate, fully decked out, almost like riot gear for a prison. Antoine's wearing studded leather armor, looks hand-me-down. His weapon at his side is a short sword. That is the only part of his regiment that looks like it was bought by the prison itself. And as he scoops it up, he looks and notices you well, and he goes, oh, I'm sorry. They could be a bit crass.
That's alright. I understand. Maybe I don't fully understand, especially against the crimes that is held against us, even though the biggest crime happened to us. Betrayal.
It's bullshit, that's for sure. And they told me the Tree of Ravens stole from the Emperor. I didn't believe it. These guys started frothing at the mouth the minute you guys came in.
Was there anything else that they knew?
I wish I could be more helpful. I can see what I could find out, if that makes you feel better. From what I understand, the whole tree was burnt to the ground, and you four are the only ones left.
Yeah.
Best not ask about the captain.
Karrith is gonna stomach asking that question because he knows Nyphix was gonna answer it once before. But he will eyeball Antoine and ask, "You didn't happen to see what they did with my talisman, did you? They took it from me."
Can you give me a diplomacy check or a persuasion?
Absolutely.
Yeah, diplomacy and Pathfinder.
Okay, that's not going to be very high, but we'll see. It's a 6.
Antoine looks at you, goes, "I'm sorry, that they already throttled me enough. I can't give that information."
I understand.
He finishes cleaning up, bows, and takes his leave back the other way. And suddenly you hear a noise come from the other jail cell. A woman's voice. "If I had to take my guess, one of two things happened. Your talisman was either picked up by one of the less savvy guards, or it's in lockup." My guess is, since you're being hung in the morning, the guards took it.
Well, if I'm going to be hung, I'd rather be hung with something I own. Not what's the ashes of what's left. From this direction, is it just beyond these hallways, or is it like on another floor?
Well, you'll have a long way to go, but it's just past the playground, as we call it.
All right.
Unfortunately, also past 2 guards barracks. 3 if you want to go down a hall.
What is your name?
Well, I don't see much use in a dead man knowing me. I'm Vivian Morrow of the Eastern Traders. And you are?
I'm Karrith Crow, a former Raven.
You give up just like that, huh?
I don't know what I got left in me, honestly. I don't know if it's a burning desire to keep going, or if it's just the embers smuttering away.
Oftentimes we find our purpose or our end at rock bottom. I suppose when you find out what that is, come back to me. And she disappears into the darkness, her hand disappearing from the door, letting you know that she is finished conversating. But she can still hear you. The bars are, open.
Yeah. I'm going to respect that and sort of bend away from mine. Look upon my group one last time.
You hear her wooden bed creak as she gets on it. And as for the rest of the Ravens, how are you handling it?
Nyphix is gonna look at Karrith and go, "Used to be a raven, huh?"
I don't see what use being calling myself a raven with no nest. I was no much use anyway.
I see 4 of us right here.
Yeah. 4 dead people is what it seems like.
Piss off enough ravens, and you'll learn a lesson.
I've learned there's a lot of reasons to fear birds. Especially when you look them in the eye. And he keeps his eyes a little more to the ground.
All it takes is just a little wisp of a wind, and wings can fly.
Yet we seem like our wings are shackled here. Especially yours.
For now.
What the hell happened? What happened to the captain?
Malik got him. Everybody else was knocked out, but sleep doesn't work on me. Magical sleep, at least. And the captain was the only one other left awake. It was the fungus on your ears. It was comms.
I suspected as much. Something just wasn't right there.
What a coward way to kill someone.
But why, though? What was his reasoning?
Did he give reason?
I think it was mainly to keep this war from happening, or to start it. He ended up getting me with some chemical sleep agent, and I was out pretty quickly after that.
I wish I had some comforting words like Captain Vickers would have had, but I don't see much hope. I see wet graves.
Well, there's always a way out of a room. Whether we go through the door, the window, or we go through everybody, we can get out of here.
Haven't we lost enough people?
Oh,
I don't
your
know about you.
suggestion is to sit here and die?
Yeah, that doesn't work for me. We're getting out of here. What gear do we have left over? Like, what do we have on us? Were we stripped of everything? Do we have our things?
You were stripped of everything. You are down to just whatever commoner's clothes that you were wearing. There are shackles around your wrists. They are magical shackles. When engaged, they will once more reconnect and shackle you to both your hands and your legs if needed. There is a collar around your neck, and that collar essentially prevents magic use, but specifically just magic use.
Mm-hmm.
Past that, in this room, there is a hole in the ground that has a wooden covering over top of it, one wooden bed with pillow and sheet.
Mm-hmm.
You do see markings on the walls where it looks like people have taken place in this prison before. And it is now the beginning of the next day. So you have an entire day to figure out what you're doing day, afternoon, and night.
Am I wearing my belt still?
You would not be. They don't want you to hang yourself. However, who knows? Something might be good right around the corner as Antoine comes back once more with his stick and the 4 buckets. And he puts the stick on the ground, the side, and you watch as he takes the stick and pulls it and puts it right behind him over here so that it can't be attained by anybody. While being a new guard, he's not dumb. And he proceeds to take out these wooden bowls and a ladle. And he ladles in some eggs, some sausage, and then grabs some bread and puts it in as well, and passes the wooden bowl underneath the cell, this little small gateway where you were able to grab the 4 bowls of breakfast gruel that he is handing you. He smiles as he's pushing them through, and he goes, "They might think you all don't deserve some kindness, but you'll find that what goes around comes around. At least that's what I believe. Do unto others and all that."
Antoine.
What'd you say, Death?
I said, excuse me, you're Antoine, correct?
Yeah, and you're Razzik, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. Given your mistreatment in this place, would you be interested in another opportunity?
I can't say I would. Your reputation precedes you, but I want to do what I can. I want to try and clear names, speak to the warden on your behalf, do something. You all are heroes in my book. I don't see any of you doing crimes. Especially you 4. Karrith, you may be a newer member, but Razzik, Eelix, and Nyphix, all of you, you fought by the captain through thick and thin. You helped the people in squalor. You helped out in the ghettos and the slums. You wouldn't do a crime like this. It was against what Vicars wanted.
And if you speak to your captain and he denies you, then what are you prepared to do?
I don't know. I suppose if the captain dies, there'll be another. New boss, same as the old.
That seems horribly monotonous.
Monotonous pays the bills. Keeps my sister out of trouble. I'm all she has left.
You could grasp for something better. We are all that's left of the tree. But we are recruiting.
Recruiting?
From the jail
You
cell.
can't-
Absolutely.
You're recruiting for a guild that doesn't exist anymore?
Well, if we are all that's left, it exists while we exist.
That just seems insane. Can you give me a diplomacy check?
Sure. Base 20 roll.
What'd you get?
It won't let me roll.
Click. The one that you're clicking is probably the color change one.
Yeah,
You want to click the second from the bottom. And
That's
then
what
press
I'm
roll.
clicking and it won't let me roll. It's like it has a no symbol, like a circle with a slash through it symbol. It won't let me roll. There, I'll just pull up a dice roller. It's fine.
Huh. Let's see.
Rolled for me.
Yeah, I
It will
rolled
not allow
amazing.
me to do it. I got a 13.
13. All right. He'll get a small chuckle out of him and a look of astonishment, like kind of inspired that even though your back is against the wall, you're looking to still rebuild, still make something new. And his look of inspiration before he gets a chance to reply will get cut off by, "Hey, Antoine, get back to work! I'm sorry. And you'll watch as he puts the stick back through the buckets. He goes, I'll be back for lunch. Or maybe I'll just see you in the cafeteria. He picks up his payload and begins to leave as well.
As he walks away, I look at everybody else and I'm like, oh, right idea.
Did anybody notice if he has keys on him?
Make a perception check, Eelix.
Come on. Heh. 7.
You don't got a modifier on that? Jeez.
I don't think one that's
You
going to
got a
make a
modifier,
difference.
8.
Do I have a
You got a
modifier of 8?
modifier. Yeah, that makes all the
Yes.
difference.
15.
Antoine does not have keys on him. When you
Wow.
were watching as they were going to and fro, you noticed that the warden, Arvin Skull, has keys. Gorm had keys, but Antoine does not.
Okay. And we have what? One more day before the execution?
24 hours.
Okay.
You'll be hung this time tomorrow.
Okay. So I have a little bit of an idea. It's a fairly bad idea, and we should definitely figure out something better in the meantime. But this might be a good... This might help us if we get to that last 0 hour. Like a last-ditch effort.
I'm all ears.
My mesmerist tricks are just that. They're psychic tricks. They're not spells. So, follow me here, and if I'm saying something wrong, Spike, correct me. And say,
I'm
no,
already
that
on
doesn't
it."
work. So what I can do is I can use mesmerist tricks to implant fearsome guys into one of our party members here. I don't think it'll matter who. But what happens is when they attack or are the subject of an attack, a veil of illusion makes the subject appear to be someone else and then transform into a hideous monster at an opportune time. While this trick is implanted, the subject's appearance is altered as disguised self. The mesmerist can trigger this trick when the subject attacks a creature. The illusionary appearance briefly makes the subject appear monstrous and then ends. The mesmerist, the mesmerist attempts an intimidate check to demoralize the target of the triggering attack. The restrictions on attempts to demoralize the target being within 30 feet, enabled to see and hear. The creature attempting the intimidate check apply to the subject of the trick. This is an illusion glamour effect. So could I implant that on one of our party members here, and as we're getting taken out to the execution grounds, they can make an attack. I can be like, trigger the trick. They look monstrous, maybe spooks the people carrying us, and we might be able to overpower, grab keys. But again, even if that does work, we need to figure something else out because that's a last ditch.
So SU stands for supernatural. They are magical, but are not spell-like. They are not subject to spell resistance, but they do not function in areas where magic is suppressed or negated, such as an anti-magic field. A supernatural ability's effect cannot be dispelled and is not subject to counter spells, but you are being negated, not countered.
Okay.
If you can get
Well-
your collar off or make your collar stop functioning,
That could be a thing, which is why I was asking if I still had my belt. So we need something to get these collars off.
I might be having a little bit of a thought here.
Okay. What do you got?
This
They want us to be hanged tomorrow.
Correct.
So they don't want us to die before then.
Are you thinking we play
must
help?
have their spectacle.
Yes. Something along those lines, or someone getting a little more outraged than normal. Taking some frustration on someone. They come in. Try to break it up. Maybe even separate us at some point.
I like that idea.
Our the curiosity. Did they? You never mentioned how my wings are bound.
I did not, nor did I say they were.
So are they, or are they not?
They are not.
Not much a bird can fly out of a cage.
No. But you can gladly piss somebody off if you fly around the cage too much.
Sounds like we're about to make a ruckus.
I don't know how the hell they plan on hanging somebody that can clearly fly.
Honestly, Nyphix, I'd hate to think they'd figure out a way.
I mean, we could just piss them off enough to open the door.
It is possible. But we need to think further out the route. I know I was a little bit selfish in the sense of trying to find what's personal to me. That if my personal belonging is in the direction that Antoine spoke of, maybe the rest of our stuff is there as well.
Do we have a way to contact Antoine? Like, get him over to the cell? Can we see where he's sitting?
Antoine does not appear to be near you guys at the. He wandered down the hall with the buckets. We can assume that he went back to the area.
Now, we also have this person up in the other room that we could possibly enlist.
I'm not too sure of her crimes, though.
But what I am sure of is whatever we try to do, they could try to foil.
Do you think they would do such a thing?
I don't know their crimes.
Hey,
Or
Spike.
to bend one.
Yeah,
I want to rules check something with you.
sure.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but in first edition Pathfinder, you can cast spells without a spell book. Because I have a whole list of spells memorized.
Yeah, so long as they're in the brain.
As long as I'm what?
So long as they're in your mind, you can still cast them. Cast whatever you had memorized. Just like when your spellbook burns, whatever spells that you had memorized, you can copy down in a new spellbook so that you can keep them going. But once you cast them and you're out of spell slots, unfortunately, that's kind of the end of your rope there. But recover your spellbook and, won't have any issue.
I have memorized currently a sleep spell, a charm person spell, which could both help, I also have an aggressive thundercloud. I can use to put damage out, and I have burning hands. So
Yeah. We just got to get that collar off.
I
Yeah.
can still use cantrips as much as I want, though, right?
As long as the collar's on, no, but the cantrips stay as long as you got them, because they are free to cast, like Oriason's for the War Priest.
Okay. This bed, is it well put together?
Not particularly. You can probably bash it apart, but you're going to cause noise.
I was more thinking of just working a single nail loose. Something we could use to potentially pick a lock.
Go ahead and make it. Quick second. Do it. Let's make an appraise check on that bed. And as you're making the appraise check, you guys will see a small halfling head, lots of red hair, his freckled face, peeks around the corner, and he goes, "Oh, look at this! And yeah, I thought I saw everything. I had to get down to make sure I saw you guys."
I look over to the hallway.
The result of my roll is a 30.
What?
You'll see that the bed is put together with wooden stakes. However, there are parts where it is bolted to the floor. If you could find something to pry those bolts up, you might be able to fashion those bolts into something to jam into the lock and rack it. You'll see the small halfling man dressed in the same. He goes,
Oh God, I can't believe I'm gonna ask this question when we get there. Go
"What's
on.
up?"
I got a terrible idea. I got a shitty idea.
Oh no.
No.
Look at the lot of you folks.
Hello.
So what happened to you? Aren't you the good guys?
Yes, we were betrayed, my friend.
Oh, well, that's not good. I mean, I suppose if you hang around with so long enough, you will eventually. And
If you could do anything to aid this situation, we'd appreciate it.
well, of course I can do a lot to help out the situation. My name's Cork. How about you all?
Razzik.
Karrith.
Eelix.
Um, as he sits there and he's kind of taking stock in all of you, he'll turn around and go, "Well,
No.
if you're looking for the best advice, I would say give it a couple more minutes. After all, lunch is coming up soon. You'll probably be let out for that. I mean, unless you have something like I do." And you watch as he pulls a little pin out of his bag, or out of his pocket. And then you hear another guard mushing a prisoner as he goes, "Come on, move it." And you watch as Cork kind of sneaks up against the side and hides as somebody is mushed down the hallway with a guard following after them.
Okay. While they're doing
Get
that,
in
while
there.
that's happening, real
Huh?
quick, the toilet in the room, the hole in the floor.
Uh-huh.
How deep is that?
6 feet.
Damn. All right, never mind.
Yeah, they do not have that type of plumbing here.
I thought it went down to like an oubliette or something, like just a big old pit at the bottom.
We can't Tim Robbins this.
Yeah, I was thinking Shawshanking and this shit. Literally.
You watch as Cork kind of stares around the corner real quick and goes, "Oh, that's trouble. He's a big one." And as the guard is coming back out, he spots Cork, heads over to him, and just snatches him up and goes, "You know better than to come out of your jail." And starts courting him up by his ear.
Apparently that guy knows how to get out of tight places.
He's got the pin. Frail just left, and all the cameras just got totally shifted.
Damn it, Frail.
Yeah.
Perhaps he'll make his way out again.
Yeah.
I think he said, have fun, guys, and then
Yep.
headed off.
All right. But he alerts you that that lunch is coming soon, at which point in time you guys will be let out of the jail. Be allowed to, one, roam to the cafeteria for a moment, and then two, stomp the yard for a bit.
Oh, record. I was not wearing any other clothes besides my mage robe.
Then you will be given prison garbs.
That'll be buck ass naked.
Please don't let him be buck-ass naked.
I mean, that's a kink in some places.
The only kink we got right now is our plan.
And Eelix, as you proceed to look around in the toilet, you will notice that the upper portion of it, the first, like, I'd say the first bit of the way down, maybe like 3 feet, is all stone, and then there's just a pit of water underneath that.
Pit of water.
The water smells like ammonia, but not strong enough to know that they haven't been in a while. Like, somebody's definitely been in here and cleaned it recent.
Yeah. So that's just a pit. A small one. Come on, dude, you gotta move. You're choking yourself
Curiosity.
by pushing against it.
Go ahead.
How exactly are our... How exactly is this jail cell locked? Is it just typical lock, as in keys?
Yep, it is locked up with an Iron Maiden key, which are these large, pretty stalwart keys, large enough that you can't like get your finger in there and pick it, or a claw in there and pick it. They're made heavy intentionally for that reason. However, if the door swings open, it is on a simple hinge. You can just kind of pry it up and it'll fall off, and you can take a look at the hinge on the side to see that. But while it's being set in the door, unfortunately, it's immobile.
How is the opening in the cage, just like the bars themselves? Can we fit our arms through them?
That you can. The openings in the bars are 6 inches wide and 5 feet tall.
How strong would you say a Strix's feather would be?
Depends on your diet. Seeds, nuts, but yeah, seeds, nuts, and grain, probably not. Carrion and otherwise, I'd say it's pretty strong. And being that you're a frontline fighter, I'd say that you're pretty durable. But if you're talking about using the feather to pick the lock, probably not. It would be like trying to pick the lock with a very large, like, fingernail.
Where's the thought process?
It is.
I think Karrith at this point is just looking and watching like Nyphix's eyes wander and think something that's slightly inherited from Captain Vickers.
Wait, is the bed? Remember you guys talking about the bed? Can you repeat the bed information for me again? Is it bolted to the ground?
It is bolted to the ground. That is the only metal that is past that. It is sitting on 4 wooden legs that come up, and all those 2x4s are slammed in with a stake. The stake is made of wood. The pillow and the pillow and the sheet are both cotton fabric and down feathers for the pillow. But past that, that's the only bit of metal on it is those that are in the floor.
Wait a minute.
But
God,
but bolted to the ground, correct?
Yep.
I think I figured something out. I take the blanket.
Uh-huh.
If we wet this blanket, you could use it
Oh,
to wrap around the bars to bend them.
Gonna hit
Wrap
me
it around the
with
bars and then you twist it. Huh?
He's hit me with the Shaolin Nice logic. Piss on the blanket, bend the bars.
Yeah.
Sorry, my tank's empty.
I always got one in the chamber, you know.
Could I
Save it for
actually
emergency piss needs.
could I actually inspect the bolts real quick? Would they easily unscrew or come undone?
Roll me an appraise check.
Out of 1.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Taking a look at them, you can't help but feel like there's promise in them. But if it's anything worth its salt, they might have cemented these into the ground, which is going to make it a pretty tough pull. Granted, if anybody else wants to make that appraise check, is all for it.
I don't know if I even have a praise.
Hot damn, Karrith.
Oh, I do. Looks like +3. Eight.
Mine's just a flat 17.
17 would be good enough to note that
I got a 26.
26 would also be good enough to note that
All right.
if you gather enough strength, this bed's been here for a while. Anything that's kind of been holding it down has been shaken and moved and messed around with, where it's kind of got about the same elasticity as a playground swing set that's been there for years. If enough of you yank on this with a high enough strength score, you'll pry the bed out of the ground, or at least a portion of it.
So that's our ticket.
It might be a punch to the ticket.
Well, Karrith, I'm thinking those hinges on that door and the legs here, we could very well use the bed as a pry bar almost. Try and lift the door out of its hinges.
And once that's done, we can use the legs as improvised weapons.
Sounds like a plan.
The
I
only
see the
thing
beds,
is
or-
we will have to move quickly. The noise from us yanking this bed out and the door coming off the hinges.
Unless we can use the blankets to suffocate some of the sound. Dampen it a little.
Good idea. Let's do that.
I see the beds are regaining their wind. Might need a bit more help. I could acquire that if you don't mind. You hear Vivian say from the other cell.
Wait, what'd she say?
I see that the birds are regaining the air with them. I can help you with that if you don't mind.
Not at all. At this point, we're taking help from whoever will give it.
You'll hear footfalls down the hall, and Vivian starts calling out for a guard. And a guard surely comes by. She goes, hi, I'm having a bit of lady problems, if you don't mind. All right. Do you want blood all over the cell? I mean, I'm not the one who has to clean it. Yes, but I have to live in it. And if I have to live in it, you have to smell it. He goes, we'll go get a key. Thank you. And he'll proceed to start heading off to go find another one of the guards, which shortly brings Farvel to the table. This guard is another one, fully dressed in full plate. He has an axe that swings off to his side. His black hair is kind of tousled around him. And you watch as he takes open the key, weaves his finger in the air, and her manacles clack together. Goes, all right, don't try any funny business. Just wouldn't dream of it. And he begins to lead her down the hall to go to the showers.
I'd say that's our cue.
Right.
Then the time is nigh. I start going for the bed sheets.
All right.
Yeah. Let's get a grip on this bed and get it up.
All right. On your account, Razzik.
Everyone in position.
Ready?
I am.
3, 2, 1. Pull with all of your might.
All right. We got a...
That's a 12 for Karrith.
11 on Eelix.
Believe it or not, I got a nat 20.
So for Razzik, that would be a 21.
Right.
And Eelix, what'd you bowl?
An 11.
All right. And Nyphix, are you pulling on the bed too?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get?
Hmm?
Strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Did you pull a muscle?
A 4.
No, I do not have a modifier, if you're going to ask.
And you, all 4 of you gather up and heave on the bed, and you feel it rattling, you feel it moving, you feel you're just fucking shy. 48 does not beat the DC. You do have enough time. Would you like to try again?
Please?
Yes.
Come on, Razzik. One more time.
Hadouken! Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 as well.
10.
You're... All right.
I got a 10.
And as you guys meet the DC of 60, you pull, and the whole bed comes up out of the floor. 4 spikes and all. The bed is now out of the cement.
Is anyone skilled with thieves' tool type materials? Try to open the lock on this collar around my neck.
I think we need to think about getting out first before we start thinking about that. We're going to have to use our wits.
Just saying, if I could get this collar off, I could simply charm the guard to take us out.
Sorry, I'm not expert at disarming device.
There's
If
not-
anything, I would make that collar tighter by accident.
Let's get
We'll
this
just
door off.
All right. I'm going to take some of the bed sheets. I'm going to try to rip and tear at least what I can and try to get it onto the hinges at least where it bumps.
All right. You proceed to start wrapping it around the hinges. It's still a dry cloth. I don't know if you want to soak this bitch up before you start playing with it.
Yeah, the only thing I can imagine is just a little bit of the water that's at the bottom of this.
All right.
It's going to dunk it in.
You lower it down into the toilet, swirl it around, get a nice bit of piss water out, and wander it over to the bar. The sopping smell of piss on this towel now as you start wrapping it around the bars. All right, and this is going to require one of two checks: disable device or another strength check.
I'm gonna have to rely on my strength. I have a -4 in disabled device. That's a 7. Sorry, the piss is really getting to my nostrils. The more you like squelch it, it's not.
You wrap the bar around the pole, and you start waiting, getting that good couple breaths in, and then you jerk the towel with all your might. You jerk this cloth,
Giggity.
and all of a sudden you just hear a rain of piss hit the feet. It's not good.
Okay.
Like wringing out a pissy dish rag.
It was already in my hands.
And now it's in
And
your
the
shoes.
fact now it's in my shoes. As if my feet didn't smell enough here. God.
Time running close.
Well,
Anyway,
we're
yeah.
gonna get your new shoes, Karrith. Let's go.
Am I able to try again?
Yeah, you can try again.
21's gonna have to do it.
All right.
We got a 14 on the strength check.
And you start pulling and pulling and pulling and prying the bars, and you'll watch as they start to bend and rivet in. And now there are two large holes, large enough for three of you to fit through.
Who's not gonna fit?
Nyphix. Unfortunately, unbound wings can be a hindrance.
So take what's left of the blanket and bind her wings.
Oh God.
Put
I
your
don't wanna-
weapon. We're getting out.
That man's
Razzik.
not wet.
It is incredibly wet. I'm sorry. I'll be really honest with you. Razzik, that
Look,
can't be a
once
good
I get
idea.
this
The last
collar
thing we
off-
need to do is injure her wings. If she can fly away, that's the best thing.
Once I get this collar off, I'll happily clean you till you smell no more. But now
Nope.
we have to get out.
Just go. Listen. Look. Go find your. Go find your stuff. If you have your weapons, by the time you come back and they find that you're not here, they have to open the door, right?
Think.
I can fly
How
away
tall-
then.
How tall is the cell?
The cell itself is 8 feet tall.
The door's only 5 feet.
Yep, there is a nook that hangs down that the door sits in on.
Here's a thought. If you hear anyone coming, fly up against the ceiling as high as you can, so when they look through the bars, nobody in the cell they can see. And then once they burst in, you try to stealthily slip past them or just run past them.
I can gladly do that.
That's the plan in case something happens and we don't make it back or something. We get
And
caught.
a couple of you with a bit of higher perception checks, just quick. Nyphix, you'll start hearing it. Eelix, you will as well. Actually, it looks like all of you are pretty high on this perception check here. You begin hearing somebody else mimicking your plan in the other room, and he does not sound happy.
Well, let's go. Find out.
Eelix,
Yes.
after you.
All right. Let's go. I'm gonna be sneaky.
draw a quick noise line where you guys hear the noise coming from. And that's on the map now, little triangles pointing towards it. And Razzik, Karrith, and Eelix, who are all now out of the stealth.
As they
It's not a-
leave, I'm gonna take the rag that Karrith had on the door, and I'm going to hold onto it as a makeshift weapon. Heaven forbid somebody come into the cell. I can use it to choke somebody if I need to.
Sounds
So-
good.
Are my modifiers related to that overloaded status for encumbrance?
If you haven't updated your sheet, then they will be.
Okay.
However, I can really quickly give you a breakdown on it. You had stealth.
Well, I had stealth. I rolled an 11.
You rolled an 11. You have a +7.
Okay. So
I
that's
rolled
18.
a dirty 20 for stealth.
All right.
That's going to be an 8.
All right. So the skill
I don't
check.
know. I don't know if that. Hold on. Does that count because of the armor that's still on my guy? Can I take that off him? Yeah. Let me see if I take that off. Let's see if
Oh.
that changes anything.
No, I need a thing.
Because yeah, I'm sure I don't have my armor on.
You do not.
What would my escape artist be really quick?
All right. So it's a +1, so 13.
Okay, so that's not bad. Your escape artist is 6.
+6.
Yep. All right. So the three of you proceed to pass that skill challenge, wandering the halls as you hear the sounds of racked bed coming from far away, and watch as a guard starts coming down the hallway to investigate that sound. He seems to bypass you and doesn't notice you.
Did he
Can I
happen?
fiddle with,
I'm
can
gonna
I
see
fiddle
if
with
I
my
can roll
collar and
perception
roll
on
an escape artist?
that.
Oh.
Escape artist is more for when you're trying to get out of a grapple, or if you're trying to escape some binds that are like ropes binding you.
Stay down there. Okay, so it's not applicable in this situation.
And Karrith, was that a perception check?
It indeed was.
And what were you trying to perceive?
When that guy was walking by to see if he had keys on him.
He does indeed have keys on him.
What? That's our bitch.
He has keys and he has a short sword.
I look at Razzik.
Should
Okay.
be okay.
I think 2 of us could outnumber him, right?
As my physical combat skills are probably the lowest, when we jump this guard, I will be responsible for putting my hand over his mouth.
And then you guys will hear the sound of, "Hey, what are you doing in there? Stop it!" And the door opens up, and as the door opens up, you hear a sickening crunch, and then the sound of something hitting the ground.
I'm gonna immediately shift and try to look down this hallway.
All right, and as you look down the hallway, that's what you're greeted by. The guard, dead on the ground, his head spun an entire 180.
By the gods.
And his
Can
short
I-
sword no longer on him.
Keys, at least?
The keys seem to be off his belt.
Fuck.
And then you'll see somebody step around the corner with the short sword in hand, shaking his hand like he's reloading the short sword. Raven. You don't fail a lord, Raven. And you'll notice on the side of this man's face, he has a tattoo of Lord Gorvo. He's got a bald head, a mustache goatee combo that comes down in braided ponytail. His eyes are blood red, and his body is currently buffed out of his mind. You can tell that this man is, how one would say, raging. What would you like to do, Karrith?
I'm wondering if I could just outwit him by being stealthy on
Oh,
this
you got a
corner.
dog eating shit.
God damn it!
Dog eating
Hey.
shit.
My salad, fucker!
Not anymore. The
Not
dog-
anymore now. Who's barking now?
You dumbass!
I think Karrith is
Come on.
thinking of the most the most opportune way to try to go after this behemoth of a man. And
I want to get your shit, damn it.
I think I'm gonna try to stay stealthy around this corner until I can get a drop on him. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
That's the line of logic there. All right.
I wish you didn't do that.
You'll watch as you stay stealthy and start kind of slinking back behind the corner of the wall there. He has in his left hand one of the nails that he pulled out of his bed that he broke. And he will wander straight around the corner and start turning left to come towards your cells. Are you going to do anything before he gets there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to bomb rush him.
With nothing?
I gotta get something.
Make a
That's-
bull rush. Bull rush CMD.
Ah!
Oh, this is going to end bad.
God.
You slam into this brick wall of a... and he looks down and he goes, I found one! And he will take a swing on your unarmored body. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure a 16 will hit you.
I'm pretty sure too because I have no armor.
Put your neck-
So let me check, and I think that's an 11. Yeah, my armor class is an 11.
All right. So he'll swing down, and he does a 3 plus shit 9 points of damage as he just stabs you in the back with the spike. And Razzik and Eelix, you will hear this around the roll initiative, everybody.
What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm stuck in a cell!
You have a piss towel.
In a cell?
Look, man, I have fucking rat-tailed somebody
All
in
right,
a
12.
shower.
15.
12.
I have a 27.
Hold up. We got 12 here. We got 27 here. Eelix said 15.
Yes, sir.
Karrith,
I had a 12.
another 12. And then let's get our Barbar on the map. All right, we're going to say he went first. That was his turn right there. Oh, God.
Don't worry, guys. I can take him.
I'm sorry for what happens to you. I'm just going to clock him in there. Actually, he would have 18. So top of the turn order, it is Razzik's turn. Actually, I'm liking this. We're just going to keep on this fast-paced music.
Yep. Because, yeah, I was truly thinking that I could do some kind of stealth drop on him, but I just did not succeed. I'm hoping to wrestle the weapon from him. That's, like, my plan.
Make CMB to grapple.
All right, make a CMB check.
$14.
That unfortunately does not do it. You wrestle around on this man trying to get a hold, pulls up his sword weapon. Anything else you want to do before he takes his turn?
I moved and I did a thing. I can't cast spells, otherwise I would just burn them alive.
All right. So with that, let's switch up these dice. We're gonna give him the assassin dice. I should have fucking not. So that's going to be 1d6 plus 6. So 7 points of damage to Razzik as he just comes down and slams the sword into you. Unfortunately, clipping the wall a little bit, so you get a pretty large cut across your shoulder and pec. At which point in time, he looks back and goes, "There's 2. And that means I only got to kill 2 more after this." And with that, it'll pass over to Eelix's turn.
I have no idea what I'm going to do here. Oh, you know what? Yes, I do, because I have some grapple bonuses.
You have grapple bonuses, and there is a bed in the other room where people can shove out wooden planks to beat this man to death.
Yeah. So I'm going to go for... I don't think grappling's the best decision here at the moment, unless I have to. Yeah. I'm going to go back to the cell, and I'm going to grab a plank of wood that can be used for a club.
Okay, just to let you know, the planks of woods are clubs, and the stakes are daggers. So if you got
I'll take a stake. I'll take a stake.
Right. Also, in this scenario, I will allow you to roll 1 attack, and only in this scenario, roll 1 attack, but stab with both daggers.
Okay. Do I have enough ability to get out there and do that?
You were right there, so I would say 20 feet there, and then even given the benefit of that, that's still 40 feet of movement there. How fast?
So no. Oh, not that fast. My movement speed is... where's that on the sheet?
Them to him.
It says your walk speed is 0, so we'll just say it's 30. Because that's because you're over encumbered.
Yeah. 30.
Nyphix, yeah, you can take your turn and toss the down. In which case, he's only walking 10 feet to get there, and then I will absolutely allow him to make a running, diving attack over Craven with that 16 that he rolled.
Mhm.
All right.
Over Craven. So Nyphix takes 2 daggers and hucks them out to Eelix. Make a roll, Nyphix, to toss these daggers out to Eelix.
Above a 4.
7,
Plus your range attack modifier.
9, 10.
All right. So I will say that that's enough to get the daggers out to Eelix. Eelix, can you give me a dexterity check or a sleight of hand check?
9... No, 6.
6.
6 plus... I think my sleight of hand was another 6?
Your sleight of hand is 5.
5.
So that's
So
11. I'll let that be enough to grab. You grab a hold of both daggers as they're coming at you. You fumble them a bit, but you got them.
Stay down in the corner. Okay.
And you had rolled a 16 at one point, running out. So a 16 plus your attack modifier. A melee 1 would be more than enough to actually again. They've got a grand 11 AC.
Just hopefully not mine.
Yeah. Because these are dexterity weapons, right?
They can be.
So they're a +4 on the mod there.
Yep. So we'll do 2d4 plus 4. Balance it out a little bit.
Alright, so 3 and 3 is 6 plus 4 is 10.
All right, that is 10 points of damage to this raging barbarian. And Nyphix, you are up. Do you want that last bit to be your turn, or do you want?
You cut out.
Do you want that bit that you did to be your turn? Or do you want to move around and pick something up yourself?
Actually, what I am gonna do is I'm gonna break off about 3 more pieces of what would be considered daggers, and toss them out for Razzik and Jesus Christ, Razzik and Karrith.
Okay, so you have the other 2 iron stakes, and then you have basically 8 clubs. So do you want to like break up one of the other wood pieces so that you can get another like instrument out of it, or do you just want to huck out one of the clubs?
No, we're gonna break up the other one.
All right, go ahead and make a strength check.
What is with it tonight? What the fuck is going on?
You grab a hold of the 2 iron stakes and stomp feverishly at the wood. Unfortunately, gives no way to your attempts.
Well, then I just say fuck it, since I can't break through it, and I just toss them out.
All right. So there are now 2 daggers in the hall. Quick bloop on the map where they are, and it will pass to Karrith's turn. Karrith, you and Eelix have switched places due to Eelix's attack, allowing you to get away. Eelix is now front and center against this barb.
I think as Karrith like falls back as Eelix takes up that space, I would have heard those daggers hitting the ground, right?
Uh-huh. They're very loud.
All right. I'm going to immediately go up and grab it.
All right. You now have 2 daggers. 7. You guys are lucky so far.
All right. I'm going to come back at least to here and see if I can like kind of do another exchange and see if I can jump in to attack Craven.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Oh,
You
right.
and Eelix have mastered this tactic at one point in time. And as Eelix had leapt over you and you swiftly ducked under, you rinse and repeat this process, and you and Eelix once more in tandem. He slips under and you double dagger in. That's 2d4s plus whatever your strength or dexterity modifier is, whichever one is stronger.
Okay. Let me see. All right, 2d4s you said?
Uh-huh.
Okay, there's 4. Plus 4 would be 8.
All right. And with that, it'll switch back to Razzik's turn. Razzik, what would you like to do?
Has this guy got keys on him?
He does not. He has the sword and the iron shiv, and that is it.
Where's the shiv located?
The shiv is in his left hand, and short sword is closest to you in his right. Just a forewarning, you can make a disarm.
Yeah.
The weapon will fall to the ground, and you'll get a chance to pick it up before he does.
What skill would that be?
It is
a
still
melee attack?
It is a CMB versus his CMD. And if your sheet allows it, you should have a modifier for disarm.
She does not have that. How do you figure it out?
If you have it separated, it's probably due to a bonus that you would have gotten from sheet. So yours is probably just regular, just CMB.
That's what I'm gonna do because I have the same bonus to melee attacks. So give it hell.
Let me check your sheet real quick. Your CMB is +2.
Yeah, I know that. I was just saying it's the same for a melee attack, so it won't matter. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the disarm, and I got a 19.
That does not succeed. You rapidly fumble for that weapon and is pretty quick with it. It was pretty close, though. All right, are you moving back or anything else, or just staying in zone?
Done.
All right. With Craven's next turn, he is going to take the opportunity to unleash one of his barbarian powerful blows. Oof. And he is coming straight down on Karrith with that. Okay. Well, that's going to suck. That's 6, 12, 14, 16. That's 18 damage to Karrith.
All right.
Are
I'll
you still-
take it.
Are you still standing?
With 3 hit points.
All right. Karrith is looking pretty bad off. That sword slams into his back and rakes across, blood pouring over his across his back. And you'll watch as Craven begins to smile as he goes, "Almost down, little buddy. Almost down." And it switches over to Eelix's turn.
I am gonna go stabbity stab stab. I do not stabbity stab stab.
You do not meet the 11, and unfortunately, with Karrith's pain, as you go to leapfrog over Karrith, Karrith shoots up, and you hit the back of the head and fall off.
Thanks, man.
Anything else you want to do, Eelix?
So I'm still not like as familiar with this action economy as I am with other games. What's my movement option?
You have 30 feet of movement. Each square is 5 feet. You can move up to your 30. You can also split move and fire if you'd like. You do still have a bonus action available. And if you want to use that bonus action to throw a dagger at Razzik, I will totally allow it. That would require a catch from Razzik. You are outside the cell, so it's not going to be nearly as bad for you. And Craven's hands are full, so I mean, he might take a swing to knock it down. So it would be a dexterity throw for you.
All right. So what do I need to roll in order to throw a dagger?
You would roll a ranged attack.
A 16 plus whatever bonus, which I think is a 4.
All right, that is more than enough to get it past Craven and attempt to knock it down. Razzik, go ahead and make a dexterity check or a sleight of hand check.
Doesn't matter, they're the same number. I got a 14.
How much?
14.
All right. So, Eelix, as you see Karrith and you get bumped off of Karrith, you flip over one of the daggers and throw it in the air. Craven takes a harsh but whipped swing at it, and Razzik catches it on the other side, spinning in his hand, and now Razzik is on the dagger as well. And will that be the end of your turn?
That will be.
All right. Nyphix, you are there. You can make an escape artist check to see if you can wheedle your way through these bars.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you'll take some damage as you're coming out. It won't be safe.
Are funny. The way these rolls are going tonight, I'm gonna get stuck looking like a fucking rat in a fucking glue trap.
You might look like a turkey on Thanksgiving, stuck in the racks. It's all possible.
Before I do that, out of curiosity, Craven being enraged as he is, he's most likely not thinking in, would you say, normal fashion? If he were to be incessantly insulted, do you think he would forget about Karrith, Eelix, and Razzik and possibly rush forward?
Only one way how to find out. I'm not your dad. You do what you want.
What's your intimidation?
Better yet, what's your string of insults? What am I setting this?
Okay, so first question, can I see him?
From the bars and how they're inset, no, you can't.
But I can hear him.
You can definitely hear him.
That's all you need to hear.
His heavy ass enraged breathing, sounding like an asthmatic down the hall. You can tell I typically play bars of vicious mockery.
Right.
Right.
You sound like old people fucking!
This is the way that I want to go with it.
Do not compare yourself to my insults. I am a comedian. I go up on stage and get
Oh,
it.
God.
They don't call him Spike the Comedian for nothing.
It's a title, not a moniker.
Okay, I guess we're gonna go for trying to enrage him more to run away from my party, my teammates here. See what he does. Hopefully, get him to come down the hallway.
All right.
Get him a little distracted, to say the least. Just at least, even if I can't get him to run down the hallway, at least distract him.
Mhm.
So as I hear him hit Karrith, Eelix tossing the dagger to Razzik, he's gonna hear Nyphix holler down the hallway. Shit.
Just from the gut. Just from the gut. Get in the head of Nyphix.
I know. I'm gonna do.
Hey, Spike.
Oh fuck.
Hey, Spike. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I have to use the restroom. If it comes to my turn, just stab the bitch.
Will do. Nyphix, I want you to keep in mind, if you fail this, I will take Nate's second character.
Don't take my second character. I'm terrible at this.
But okay, but if I do this really well, can I get a bonus?
you gotta start spitting rhymes, something. Come on, Eminem.
Right?
Mom, spaghetti.
So Nyphix is gonna she's gonna holler down from the end of the hallway, and she's gonna go, "Oi, little midget man! Yeah, I hear you swinging your fucking sword down there. You think you can fucking chuck your little sword? No. Stop playing with those birds and actually deal with the right one down here down the hallway. If you want to play, you come down here and find out how to really play."
All right. Give me an intimidation roll with advantage.
Ooh, there you go.
Christ,
Glad I gave you
God,
the
for
advantage.
What is going on?
Don't say that yet. That's just.
What is going on? I think I need to, like, I don't know, refresh the fucking page or something. That comes out to a 9.
I'll tell you what. Refresh Owlbear Rodeo. I will give you one more chance not to fuck this up.
Like,
The will of God here.
this is some shit tonight, man.
In the end, it's just me getting killed. Like, everyone loves watching Nate die.
You haven't bowled above a 7 all night.
I know.
That's taking me back to when me and Tom was only rolling 3s.
Fucking poor Nate is just like imprinting on Karrith, and you hear his head just being like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
I feel like I've been in this position before.
Ah, the fucker got my lung a second time.
God damn. Got me in the lung, bitch.
Oh, fuck. Here we go. Nope, I quit.
The dice are cursed on you right now. What the fuck?
Just go hang my ass. It's morning. Just go A 4? What the fuck?
Karrith, you're up.
Oh my god.
Well, you know what? You know what? That was your bonus action. You still have a standard and a move. Is that the end of your turn, Nyphix?
I'm gonna throw a club through the fucking bar. Take it out!
Just a weapon closet.
I'm just gonna be chucking weapons out the fucking bars here, guys.
A fucking club just skitters across the floor.
Sounded like a fucking cardboard tube.
And Karrith, it is your turn.
Yeah. Oh boy. The things that are going through Karrith's mind right now.
Well, you know what is wrong? I signed into Albert. That's what I did wrong today. Don't normally sign in.
It was like this bitch.
Karrith is going to try to catch up with some of the will that he has left. And I am going to try to grapple this man.
All right, make a CMB check.
That is a 22.
And a 22 succeeds. You wrap this man up, and you've now got him bound to his side as he's straining against you.
Ugh. I'm going to try to just hold on to him just to help the team do something. Like, as long as he's not flinging me around, I think I can survive.
All right. So we're going to keep that 22 in mind. And it is now Razzik's turn. Death, are you back?
Does not sound
All
like
right. So we're just going to roll an attack for Ravik. The man is currently grappled, so it's with advantage. So we'll get 2 of these dice in here. 12 at median, which is more than enough to hit. He's now got a dagger on him, so that's 3 plus 1 for 4 damage. All right. As Razzik is trying his best to hold this guy off. So I got to beat 22.
It's probably going to be easy, honestly. He is raging.
Yeah, CMB check of 11. So, yeah, let's give this a shot. Let's see how my turn goes. That is a 19 to try and break out of 22 grapple. He sits there and strains against you, and when he realizes it's not working, he looks at you and starts winding up for a headbutt that he'll take on his next turn.
I'll say Nyphix, this guy is not smoke!
All right, Eelix, as you watch this guy about to send his chrome dome into Karrith's head, what do?
Going for the stabby stab.
Yes!
19, that does hit, but you have advantage. You'll see.
Yeah, try to get a 20 in there.
No.
All right,
All right, you know what? 19 is cool. Bring back the 19!
All right. Is it still going to be the 2d4 or 1d4?
1d4. You only have 1 dagger, and I got to modify the damage.
7.
Razzik is, yeah. All right, adding 7 to this. He's still holding on pretty strong. He's looking bloody. And with that, Nyphix, it is back to your turn. You want to make that second attempt now that you've refreshed your dice, or are you going to come out and join the party and see if you can turn this man into a pinata?
Am I able to tell that Karrith is on Craven?
Yeah, I practically yelled down the hall when I'm trying to, like, manhandle this guy. I was like, he's indeed not small!
All right, so Karrith gives you the signal that this man is currently restrained.
I will try to fit myself through these fucking bars.
All right, give me that acrobatics or escape artist Whichever one's higher. You
See, I signed out!
What the fuck?
That makes it a 17!
You squeeze through the bars with all your strength, and with the fact that you know that your friends are in turmoil and not wanting to lose another, you can't lose another, you tuck your wings in and barrel through this bar, and you are now on the other side standing at the club that you threw through.
Can I grab that club and basically kind of bum rush with the club into basically his stomach, his chest with the club?
I'll allow it. You scream at Eelix to get out of the way, and you can make an attack roll with advantage.
Because, yeah, if you use those wings just to burst your way down that hallway.
Shit!
Alright, you did not need to bring back the 4!
You talk about you have advantage.
You had to say something.
There we go.
There it is.
There we go.
The improvised clubs do 1d6 plus your strength modifier.
Shit. Strength modifier is 0, so that's a 1! Bullshit tonight. What the fuck is going on?
So you rear up and crack him in the top of the dome, and this man's dome shines and shimmers. You can tell, if anything, you've just kind of proven that Karrith is about to have a really fucking bad time. And
Polish that fucking head of his.
And Karrith, it is now your turn. You can make a decision to let go of Craven during Nyphix's turn. You will switch places with Nyphix, putting Nyphix in Craven's blow, and Craven will then be free. Or you can maintain your hold on Craven, which will take your standard action this turn. And you can roll again to see if you can strengthen your hold and get it higher than a 22.
A part of me does want to kind of handle him more in hopes to give better advantage to the team. So I will strengthen my hold.
All right, roll a CMB, and if you get higher than a 22, it will replace the 22.
Come on.
All right, so 22 it stays. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I think, like, mostly just in the grapple, I am just trying to hold my own blood in my mouth.
All right, Death, are you back?
Nope.
All right,
Must be
advantage
poking
roll
a
for Razzik as Razzik goes in for the... And that 12 is going to be enough to hit. 7 points of damage. We're getting close to not losing a member.
Getting close. Not completely out of the woods.
Razzik looks at Karrith and just goes, keep holding them, keep holding them. And,
back.
Welcome back.
and Craven comes in with a headbutt, and that is going to be a 5 plus 7 for 12, which is enough to beat your AC.
Yep.
And it's a solid 6 points of damage because it's just his strength modifier. And
Yeah,
Karrith,
I'm -3 now.
you bam in the head, and you just start blacking out. Karrith, can you give me a D20 check with your Constitution modifier?
With my Constitution modifier. That is a dirty 20.
The lights are on, and someone is home. You maintain your hold on him. You are unconscious, but you look at him with the fervor of, I will not let you harm my allies.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
And with that, it is Eelix's turn.
Gonna go for
you
more.
see Karrith's you see Karrith's leg shaking, but he is holding strong.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and stab this guy again.
All right.
Ooh, wild dice.
Wait,
For a
wait, wait.
2.
Do I get advantage still?
I think maybe I should log back in and just be the only one with the shit. the better dice at this point.
You know what?
Well,
I'm going to make it that you ran all the way around and got on this side, and you're now switching places with Razzik, and I'll give you the advantage. As you and Razzik.
That will do it.
All right, that'll do it. Also, I'm going to make an off-screen roll.
Jesus Christ!
24.
Is that how many kidney stones I passed?
No, that's if more guards come.
8.
Oh,
There is currently a jailbreak
a lot
going
of
on here.
fucking noise.
I'm about to piss blood.
All right, he's currently at 47 hit points. Nyphix, you are up. You see Karrith is trembling, his whole body holding on to Craven. And Craven looks at Karrith and goes, "Oh, you a strong one? Don't worry. A couple more of these and you'll go down," as he starts winding up for another headbutt. Nyphix, what do you do?
Shock.
Raven holding his dagger.
Craven is holding his dagger in his left hand and his...
You cut out.
He's holding his dagger in his left hand and his short sword in his right. Which, you know, reasonably, he's absolutely taking joy in this. He's headbutting Karrith. He could just shank the shit out of him with his shiv, but there is a sick joy Craven is taking in this.
And what about Karrith? Is he holding daggers too?
Karrith has relinquished his control of his daggers in
To-
response to
yeah.
hold on to Craven because he's currently incapacitated.
Yep.
So would they be at our feet?
I would say yes.
Yeah.
And Karrith had 2 daggers.
Craven, I'm assuming, also has a collar on.
He does.
Ooh.
Could I, by chance, grab a dagger and grab his collar and give him a quick piercing through his jaw?
So you want to stab his collar and see what happens?
Mm-mm. Stab him through the bottom of his jaw.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll. And we'll see how it works. 'Cause
Yeah, you are doing some type of finesse here.
Mm-hmm.
no.
I quit. I fucking quit.
I mean,
These single digits, man, are truly killing me.
I haven't rolled above, I think, like a 6 all night, other than the one roll to get out of the fucking jail cell.
all right, Karrith. Death saving throw. Will you wake back up?
Different dice roller, man.
Dogs
You
are
could-
good.
You have a shit ton of physical dice, Mama. Just switch dice.
Yeah, if you want to use physical dice, no one's gonna be against it.
If I
think
hear
we're-
you hard roll 620s, I'm gonna have a question.
So
But
we're all
past that, I'm
adults
gonna
here.
say I trust you. So with that, Karrith, that's 1 death save. And these headbutts from Craven are not going to count as death fails. However, if your health reaches -half of your regular health, you will die.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, Karrith, can you also give me another CMB check? Because allowing you the never go down trait, you're going to see if you can tighten that grip in your unconscious state.
That's dirty 20.
All right, so it remains at 22. You reset your hands, but you find the same holds. Razzik, you are up.
It's like a
Guess I'll
boxer's
take
brain.
this.
Go ahead, Death.
I'm thinking. Hold on. Has he used any attacks of opportunity?
Craven?
Yeah.
No, when you guys are switching places like this, I'm making it very thematic that you guys are moving. But right now, Craven is bound by Karrith. Karrith is holding him around his body.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, then I will move here.
All right, so you scoot past Eelix and Craven. You now have flanking.
Yeah.
And go ahead, make your. You have an attack with advantage and flanking.
Oh, sick. Hold on. Oh, fucking right, doggy. Natural 19.
All right, that hits.
The advantage helped. It would have been a 12, but yeah.
All right, you have one dagger, so it's your D4 plus your 3 from your dexterity.
Sweet. Max damage. Let's go. Be 7 points.
All right. He's looking tired. And since he's looking tired, he's going to wind up, and he's not playing anymore. Karrith. Powerful
I think Karrith, in that midst of just he's looking tired, tries to respond that way, and it's just. Oh!
Karrith, roll me another death saving throw, and don't worry about falling into the negatives there. All right, that one won't count.
Okay.
And with that, it will. He takes his swing, and Karrith manages to dodge him, avoiding all damage. And I'm going to give him a bit of damage from his head. So that's going to be cool. And with that, it'll switch over to Eelix. You are up.
Without my magic, I'm resorting to stabbing.
All right. That's a hit.
Mm-hmm. Dude, this guy's gonna have more holes than a pinwheel.
5.
5. All right. So here's the question for you. How do you want to do this?
Is it the last stabby stab?
That is the last stabby stab. You landed directly on his death.
All right. So, how is he being held? Like, which way is he facing? Like, do you have him like your arms wrapped around his like back? So
Yeah,
like,
I want to say I kind of wrapped to make sure that I got to his, like, more into his chest, so that even if he was trying to swing over you guys, his shoulders was running into mine. So
yeah,
that he
but are you
couldn't get
guys
full
like
swings.
locking eyes lovingly, or are you staring at the back of his head?
I would say I'm more into his chest. And then that's,
Okay,
yeah.
so your head's firmly in his chest, like a gotcha.
Yeah, they're cuddled
So,
up.
what?
They're cuddled up.
They are definitely snuggled in for an evening of tomato soup and trashy romance novels. So
Listen,
I
I
guess,
don't need any more insults for my death right now. Come on.
So I guess this wooden piece of the bed, like I'm gonna go for a stab, and I'm kind of just gonna use Karrith's head as like a ramp, like a level, and I'm just gonna be like, "You're this tall," and just put the fucking piece of the bed right through his throat.
All right. You watch as Karrith is sitting off to the side. You your little step, and right level with Karrith's head, just right into the man's throat as you watch Craven bubble out blood that pours down his chest. And Craven,
All over me.
all over Karrith, and all over Craven as Craven slumps to the floor, and Karrith, his legs start kicking as he is pushing Craven into the wall. You can tell an unconscious effort, and they both hit the ground. Karrith unconscious.
Well, it smells better than the piss. Let's get him. Who can help here? Like, who's got the medical stuff?
I do not. I'm a wizard, bro.
Karrith, death saving throw.
Like, what can I do to stabilize?
That is
That's
a
2.
success. There is a dead guard lying there, just being fucking useless.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you know what?
Dude, I'm gonna go
check.
look at that guard for keys, man. I want this collar off.
While you're doing that, also check for any like bandages or medical
Of course,
supplies.
sure.
Anything.
I'll ransack the guard.
You find. Go ahead, Mama.
I was gonna say, can I actually inspect Karrith and see if there's anything that I can do to, one, stabilize him, or two, begin just healing him in some sort of way. I know I don't have my magic, but I do have, you know, healing wise,
Roll me,
medical training, whatnot.
roll me a heal check with your medical training.
Motherfucker, I'm not using the goddamn that bullshit. You're getting real dice this time.
Yes.
It's a 12
Watch it be. Oh, okay.
plus the 9, so
There you go.
21.
21.
there you go.
You start working hard to try and fix up Karrith, and your first thought is pissy blanket, and then you opt out of it because bacteria and him more than. But you're holding the wounds closed and preventing him from taking any death bells. Razzik, on the body, you will find a half-eaten sandwich. You will find a little billy club on him, does a D4, just like a dagger does. You will find a full set of plate mail, and you will find a Cure Light Wounds potion.
Grab the Cure Light Wounds and give it to Nyphix to administer to Craven. Or to Karrith.
Yeah, get the guy that was beating the shit out of me back up.
Yeah. I'm gonna heal him so he can finish killing you.
This guy was doing a lot better than Karrith. Let's go.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
All right, so Nyphix, can you give me 1d4 to get Karrith on the right path, because he's in the negatives, and then add that with your wisdom modifier, and much help you manage to heal him to get him back to positives without a healer's kit. Actually, just give me the d4 without the healer's kit.
2 plus the wisdom modifier is 6.
Well, just the 2. So Karrith, you'll come back up to 2 points of health. You're probably negatives. And then Eelix, you're probably going to be the closest one with the potion. If you want to roll out that D8 plus 1.
D8 plus 1. Boom. 9.
9 points of health, a beautiful awakening, and just Karrith's mouth. Karrith, are you awake?
Yeah, I'm at least 11 HP.
All right.
Did I get him?
Of course.
Who's best suited for this plate mail? I start taking it off the guy.
And Razzik, you will notice that this man does not have a key on him, but they're in the door.
I abandon the plate mail retrieval and get the key and try to take this collar off.
All right. As you run forward, you abandon the plate mail and grab the key. You will notice that there is a man drowned in the pissy toilet.
Poor fella.
And as you start fumbling around with the key and trying to put it in the collar in all sorts of locations, it's not a fit. This
All
is
right, how about the handcuffs?
the handcuffs fall off.
All right, I take everybody else's handcuffs off.
And we'll pick up that there. All right. So with that, let me get a dead marker on my boy here. As Craven is dead. How do we feel? Is that a good spot that we'd like to end it on? And we'll with our right next session.
I think what would be the smartest idea is to drag Homeboy back into his cell and shut the door. Drag the dead guard back into his cell and put him around the corner, right next to the drowned dead guy. And then take this plate mail, put it on whoever's most suited to wear it, and then have them pose as a guard and escort us out. Also, I think it might be worthwhile to get that chick from the northern cell out as well.
Did you
She's
say you
already
need
out.
somebody to pose as a guard?
Oh, yeah.
I got
Well,
that
I mean,
covered.
you got that? All right, here's this plate
I
mail.
got that.
All right, awesome.
Because I got the spells now that I don't have that
Mhm.
collar on.
Wait,
And now I can
you're
actually
on.
play my
The
character.
collar
like
is
this.
still on.
Oh,
Yeah, the
well,
collars are on, the shackles are on.
shackles
You gotta
off,
get-
that's right.
You got to
You know
get
what,
a
though?
named guard to get the collar off.
I still have disguise. So, and a pretty good one.
All right. So what I'm
And my
hearing
bluff is
is,
amazing.
let's keep going.
Yeah, I have a good bluff. I have a good disguise.
All right. So I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick since we're gonna keep going, and then to see if this encounter was, and then we'll keep moving.
All right.
I'm here for it. This is great.
Yeah. So,
I don't know how the hell you think you're gonna have us walk out with my giant ass fucking 5-foot span of wings here.
Somebody
just
might be
gonna
having
walk.
to wear a blanket cloak.
Looking like Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Hey man, a hunchback can still get arrested.
I think. Now, Karrith shakes his head a little bit. I'm thinking the best thing is we need to keep our wits about ourselves and more prepare to siege outward.
I agree. Whoever's best with this sword should get this sword also.
Because I would love to say stealth was the way, but thanks to this
Don't
nut
think that's
kick
gonna be
craven, this piece of shit, stealth doesn't feel like an option. We need to figure out where that woman was taken. That might get us an option.
I mean, she did go to the showers.
Showers lead to waters.
All right.
And that gentleman did seem to know how to handle those shackles.
Yeah. Same place. Possible escape at the same time. Sounds like the best.
All right. So, with that, you guys have already started putting on the armor and trying to take 10 minutes, trying to set yourselves up to get shit done. And suddenly, around the corner, you will watch as Farvel and Vivian are now coming back from their adventure. Razzik will drag the body into the one cell and puts him up in the corner, and you'll watch as Farvel notices you guys coming out of your cell. And as he does, he draws his weapon.
Farvel. It's all right. They told me down at the head office when I got in here to meet up with you for shift change, and that you would show me where the armory was so I could deposit the personal belongings for tonight's shipment of prisoners.
Roll a bluff check.
Ooh.
All right, it's 10, but I have a +4 to bluff, so 14.
14.
14.
All right. Farvel will proceed to look at you. Comes down the way with Vivian behind. And he sees that you're in armor. And he goes, "You look new here. What's
Well, like
your
I
name?"
said, the name's Roger. I just started today.
Why are the birds out of the cage?
Well, to be honest with you, this one smelled of piss, so I was going to take them down to the washroom, the basin, and get them wet so I don't need to smell it the whole night I'm sitting in here standing guard.
I ain't pissing in that toilet!
You shut up back there! Anyway, like I said, it's my first day here, so if you can point me to the basin where I can get these disgusting things hosed off and get them back in their cell, I'd be happy. And you were supposed to show me around as well.
All right. You passed it on the way up here. You're heading back out here. It's the first door on the right. You leave them there. I'm gonna to bring this wench back to her room.
All right.
After I'm
Get that
done
right.
with this place, it's gonna smell like all kinds of piss!
And he'll start leading Vivian back to where he'll get a quick view of the bent bard's cell.
Okay, so he's in front of her,
He is in front of her.
and it's just him.
At the moment, just him.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk over to this corner and peek down here.
All right, let me reveal what you see. Give me a quick second. And we'll clean up this way a bit.
All right. I'm also going to shout back to Farvel. Hey, who do we got back down there? Is anybody going to give me a hard time while I'm bringing these guys in?
He stops and switches places with Vivian, harshly moving her to the side, and he goes, "You don't got to worry about that much. Dave's taking hold of the first cell with Kimmy. And of course you have Doug with Cork down there. Fucking wily one. You read the briefing on him, right?
No, I haven't.
We're not to acquiesce to any of his demands, and odds are his cellmate's charmed.
Ugh.
The son of a bitch found a way how to short wire his collar. And
Hey,
you watch as Farvel
Farvel.
takes a look.
Real quick, Farvel, I just noticed I don't have my collar key on me. They didn't give me one.
You're not
Am I
going to get
supposed to-
one.
What was
Only
that?
two will. You're not going to get one. Only two will hold collar keys. That's Gorm and the Warden Arvin.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure because, like I said, they got me. I got them out of the cell, and yeah.
And Farvel will proceed to take a look at Razzik. And he moves closer to Razzik and just takes a look at him. He goes, "What you got there?"
What?
He reaches down and he's going to make a grab at your hand. Make a sleight of hand check.
Oh. Oh, the D20. Here we go. 15.
All right. And as he goes to grab a hold of your hand, you very stealthily get it behind you and in the belt of your pants. And he notices that the dagger is not on you anymore. Maybe he saw something, maybe he didn't. And he goes, "Keep your nose clean," and shoves you into the wall.
Oh,
All right.
I hope one day to repay your kindness, sir.
22 more hours and we'll be seeing your legs kick. Not worried about it.
Not soon enough. Be rid of people like you.
And then he looks at Karrith and goes, "And you should get yourself cleaned up a bit more than that. You look like shit."
Piss off.
All right.
Oh,
In
no
the
way.
showers.
All right.
Do you really think I'm gonna get these feathers wet? Are you kidding?
All right.
Birds, flowers have a natural moisture wicking.
So is everybody coming down into the showers?
Yes, we're supposed to be following.
All right. We
Oh,
have
different.
limited. We have
Yeah.
very, very limited time.
Are there towels in here?
There are no towels presented.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a perception check to perceive everything I can in this room in the amount of time I have.
All right.
I'll help you with that.
I'll help
Holy
you as
shit!
well.
Thank you for the help, mother
I
freaking
have
Noel.
I got a 24.
I got
All right.
14.
I got a 2.
You don't have a plus in perception or anything?
I rolled a 2, but
Oh, okay.
You guys
my
proceed to start.
perception's plus 5.
Okay, that's not too bad then. It's
No.
better than 2.
You guys proceed to start scouring this room. Your perception's an 8, by the way. The far left number is the one you want to look at.
Okay.
But you guys start scouring this room. You see 5 toilets and one that's broken. You see equivalently 5 showers complete with their curtains, and there doesn't seem to be any towels located in here. There are wooden little blockades that block up both the showers and the toilet. They're like those little divider walls you'd find in restrooms. And they peek out a good bit of distance. And you'll notice that one of the showers has been, odds are, because of our lovely lady friend. And it's this one right here. Karrith, as you proceed to enter into that shower, you will see a sopping wet towel that she used to towel herself off when she...
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that towel.
And I need 2 checks. Oof. Oof, indeed.
2 checks?
Yeah, I'm making the checks on this side.
Okay.
All right. So, as you find the towel and you proceed to pick up the towel, you will hear the sound of a woman screaming. For it is abruptly cut short and bars are slammed shut.
Which way is the sound coming from?
That
From
sounds
where you
like
go,
from the
just
north.
left Vivian.
Fucking hell. Well, you'll watch Nyphix leave.
All right. And Nyphix, as you wander out, you will see coming down the hall with his buckets of food, Antoine Dubois. And he spies you, and you spy him.
I'm going to stop my movements for a second. I'm going to look at him. And I'm just going to point down the hallway that he came from, almost signaling to just turn back around.
Roll diplomacy or intimidation, then let one you choose.
+4.
And what did
Only
you
one.
choose?
That was intimidation. I just caught beside my desk. Intimidation.
Intimidation, okay. You'll watch as Antoine will step back down the hall and starts heading back down. You'll see another guard round this corner. Spies you, Nyphix. Eelix, you are in perfect view of the free to intervene, so can Razzik.
So, sorry, this guy stepped out to what?
They're stepping out to go find out what the sound of the woman was.
That's our chance. God, I hate to do this. Fuck, I hate doing this. But all right. Hey, back in the shower. You only got a few more minutes to get that piss off you, then we got to get you back in the cell. I'm saying that to Nyphix.
Nyphix, what do you do?
I'm gonna look back and tell him to go fuck himself.
Decisions were made.
Yep.
Ballsy. I like it.
All right.
Just
So with that, one of the guards that's standing right there is going to proceed to try to grab you.
I grip the wet towel a little harder.
All right, and he got a 16 on his grab. Does that beat your CMD?
I believe so.
Oh, yeah, it does. You have a
Yeah, it's
13.
13.
All right, so he grabs a hold of your hand and he goes to escort you back into the showers. What do you do?
Fly. See if he can hold on.
Roll a fly check.
If you could whip him in here.
That's a 12. Plus, I believe, 6? 6. So 18.
All right. As he grabs a hold of you, you're weighing beat as you lift and knock him off of his footing. He will begin to slide towards you. What do you want to do?
Give him a good toss into the showers.
And I'm just going to try to wrap the towel around his head to try to suffocate him.
Make a CMB check. Both for well, first for Sweet Mama. Oh God.
I know. I know. I am not fully awake.
CMB or CMD?
CMB.
CMB.
is for defenses.
Yeah.
16.
16. That meets for him as he comes toddling into the room off of his guard. And Karrith, you have inspiration from from last session if you want to use it to re-roll that.
Yeah, I would love to.
All right.
Okay. That is a CMB plus 6. So
16
16.
meets again. You wrap the towel around his head and start holding him off. He starts kicking and flailing his hands and grabs at the towel, trying to pull it loose. Razzik and Eelix, do you guys do anything?
I'm gonna hold him
Yeah,
down.
I'm gonna say swing him into the shower stall,
Okay.
and I'm gonna turn the water on behind him.
And Eelix, what did you say you were doing?
I was gonna try and hold him down so he doesn't struggle so much while getting choked out.
Yeah.
Into the shower.
Because I was
Push
hoping
him
to
into
choke
the
him out.
shower.
All right.
You
So,
go in the shower and get wet and wrestle until you choke somebody out. I mean,
No.
It's always fun
The
choking
water
somebody in
plus
the
the wet
shower.
towel causes a
Yeah.
drowning effect.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Let's go choke the guy in the shower.
all right. So you guys give him the Shawshank Redemption, and Parvel is going to come charging down the hallway at Nyphix, who I'm assuming is moving towards the guard, as the other guard, seeing the action, is now moving towards her. You have 3 guards incoming. What would you like to do?
I'm still gonna be in the air, but the plan is to intimidate and just look at them and and basically ask them, "Are you ready? Are
Went
you
the wrong way
sure?"
with him. He's coming over here. Go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
Hold on, let me see if this works real quick. I knew it wasn't gonna work. Hold on.
We see something. There's a ghost.
Yeah, I know. Hold on.
It looks like I see a D8.
There we go. Should be able to see it now. No. That's not
That
the background.
looks cocked between a 5 and a 2.
I haven't rolled yet. Give me a second. So you should see the dice tray. Do you see the dice tray?
You just need to turn off that background.
I know
Yeah.
it keeps turning on for some reason. I don't know why it keeps turning on.
Sorry again, our cameras are going to be moving a lot.
I didn't even bother. I just switched it to a generic Discord screen.
Okay,
Spike is
there
right
you
in
go.
the
That's
middle
much
of
better.
everything, so we're good.
It's a little blurry. I apologize.
It's alright. Honesty is the best policy.
Got 18.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
18. You'll watch as the 2 guards are going to gain the shaking condition.
Clean that off real quick.
God, of everything, they really should just like organize this where you can Fine. That works perfectly fine in its stead. Frightened. Boom, boom. Those two are currently frightened at Nyphix. But Varvel is not. He's a different breed, and he's going to start charging down the. You'll watch as he draws his sword. He's got a long sword.
So my next plan, if I'm allowed an action, on top of that, as he charges, I will let him get close enough to allow me to kick him in the face.
All right.
Oh,
He gets close enough. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
2 seconds here.
Mm-hmm.
The guard is holding strong, giving all three of you the run of your lives while you're trying to drown. Like a bullet affair, he is not going down.
Mm-hmm.
All I know is it's a great Tuesday night. I'm in the shower with 3 other guys choking somebody.
You're in the
That
shower
on
with
their
3
bingo
guys
card.
choking one out.
Yep. Who had that on their bingo card? I mean, shit, normally I
Me.
gotta pay double for
that was
that.
me. I always vote for murder.
God, I love when your internet pauses for like 5 seconds and everything catches up. Holy crap.
What'd you get on that attack roll, Nyphix?
That's a 9. Plus,
n-
my attack modifier, I think is a 2.
That is not going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
You skew your foot up in an attempt to kick at this man and knock him out. And as you do, he will pull back, avoiding your blow as it skeets up his armor, and he is going to make an attack on you. And that attack is definitely going to land,
Oh yeah.
and that's going to be 6 points of damage as he careens his sword across your chest. All right. With that, let's check on the man in the shower. God damn, he does not want to go down. We'll give him.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
All right, he's fading. He's fading.
As he's flailing, just start punching him in the balls.
Go ahead and make an attack roll with advantage.
Don't give him adrenaline.
Nobody feels adrenaline when their nuts are getting pounded.
You know,
That's
You-
a.
Okay, so I have a story I'll tell you after the game that I think you might be interested in.
wait on that.
Yeah, I got a post game story here.
We're lucky.
That was a lot of unfold right there.
Yeah,
That was
there's some
a
things I gotta
package
teach
to
you.
unfold so quickly. Anyway,
Natural 20 to the ball bag.
All right, so you start ball bagging this guy in the shower. Eelix standing on his chest and Karrith trying to choke him out. He'll have disadvantage again and a -4 to his next save. As Nyphix,
His ball bag.
huh?
Critical to his ball bag.
Nyphix, you are up.
Wham! Punch his dick up.
Okay. I guess I'm going still with Farmel, right?
It is your entire turn. Attack roll, movement action, bonus action. We're going to be slipping in and out of combat here.
So we have the 2 who are scared, Farmel, and then the one in the shower, right?
Yeah, the one in the shower is being handled, so to speak.
We're Rob
I was-
Schneidering him.
I was expecting him to go down a lot quicker than this.
Right.
You gotta wine and dine them first, man. You gotta wine and
Oh
dine.
my god. You are fucking low-hanging fruit that I just can't go after right now.
I went after
Oh.
low hanging fruit just fine.
We're on dick jokes already.
Yep.
We'll get the
You
fart
choke
jokes
one
by the end of
guy.
the night.
I guess I will attempt to grapple Farvel.
All right, make a CMB versus CMD.
Come on, you got this.
That is a 6 plus a 2, so that's an 8.
You do not grapple him as you go to grapple him. That first blow, the blood loss, and the adrenaline wearing out of your body, just racking your body. You go to grab, and he just steps backward out of the way. Anything else you'd like to do? Before I bring the justice down on you again?
I guess we will attempt to move back about 15 feet.
He will get an attack of opportunity. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. That will hit.
By 1.
And that's going to be 7 points of damage to you.
Ouch.
Where are you moving back to?
Backing up the hallway towards
Oh.
Vivian.
Okay.
Oh, you want to run down the hallway towards...
Uh-huh.
Ooh, that's a...
That's dicey.
15, 20, 25, 30? You want to go the whole 30?
15.
Oh, 15 is going to make you share a space with them.
Then we'll make it 20.
All right. Go ahead and roll a bull rush. That's another CMB attack.
19.
19. Okay, so you fly over top of Farble and get past him, and then dip down next to the next guard, who jumps into the hallway to the right to try and avoid you as you're coming down. And is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right, let's see where this guy's at here. And he will stop struggling. The man is dead. He is wearing a chain shirt. He has a short sword to his side. He is also carrying a 1 Cure Light Wounds potion.
Okay.
Karrith, you may want to take that Cure Light Wounds potion.
That's what I'm thinking.
I guess
I'm
I'm
gonna
taking.
put it on me and hold me.
Wait, I already got a short sword. So somebody
Oh,
else is gonna
Karrith
take
can
that
take
one.
the other one. I'm a wizard, so no use for that. He doesn't happen to have anything on him other than that, right?
Go ahead and roll me a percentile die. Let's see if you find the other thing that's on.
Okay, got it.
11, you said?
No. I got a 5.
Ooh, you do not find the other thing on him.
Yep.
All right, so you have everything that he has. It will take you 10 minutes to put on that armor. As you do not have. You guys want to hold up in this?
Yeah.
fight?
I'll assist in putting on the armor to try to cut down the time.
And who do you want to put the armor on?
Not me.
Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be me.
All right. So you guys are starting to take 5 minutes to get an armor, which means that Eelix will be the one on defense, as Farble's probably going to either chase Nyphix or round the corner. Really depends what his next morale check is going to do. With that, however, it is now Farble's turn. It is not Farble's turn. He does not have 180 initiative. It is Razzik's turn. So Razzik is putting on armor. Over to Farble,
Yeah, I'm putting on.
who, let's get that percentile dice. Let's say low, he'll attack Eelix in the group. High, he'll go for Nyphix. High, going after Nyphix.
What was the armor again?
The armor that guy has on is a chain shirt.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Farble's going to dash down the hallway and take another swing at Nyphix. Nat 1, Nyphix, in my world, a couple things can happen. And I'm going to let you choose as Nat 1 blow. You can get a free attack on him. You can have his weapon fly out of his hand. Or you could also have him miss with your guidance and strike the guy next to him.
We'll go with the third option.
All right. So I need an attack roll from you if you're taking this choice, and it's going to be at advantage because the frightened guy is prone. And if you hit the frightened guy, he will take the damage.
First one was a 2.
Not good.
Last one was a 19.
And 19 will hit, so he will take the damage. That is, in my world, crits are a full damage dice plus another damage dice on top of that. Prone, he's in coup de grace. So that's 8, 15, and then plus 3. So that guard took 18 points of damage as a blade sinks into his ass right between his gambison. You hear the of the guard in a lot of butthole pain. Not the colonoscopy he wanted today.
Giggity.
Did some colonoscopy, bud.
I'm starting to think we needed to attack this guy from the behind to kill him quicker.
All right, Eelix, you are up.
Okay.
The base is starting to go nuts.
Yeah, things are starting to go nuts. So that is why I'm going to come out here and I'm going to help against Farvel.
Okay, you're helping
fuck
Nyphix.
that guy. Yeah, 'cause fuck that guy. He's an asshole.
You have flanking, which gives you a +2 to your attack roll.
Nice!
20.
All right.
That's what we want to see.
That's with that short sword. So
You
what's
have a
damage
full
on that?
6 points. You have 6 points already on the die. You can roll another d6 and add your strength modifier.
I have
Short
no
swords are
strength
only-
modifier.
7
Womp
points of damage.
womp.
Hey, it's still a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And that is why we give a full damage die. Because
Right.
that would have been a shit crit otherwise.
Right.
All right. With that, it passes over to Nyphix's turn. What would you like?
As Eelix advances on Farvel, Farvel, I'm assuming, quite distracted.
Uh-oh.
To help in hopefully another attack from Eelix, I am going to grapple Farvel.
Okay, go ahead and roll another CMB. See if you can grapple this man. 12 plus
That's 2. 4.
14. 14 does not beat his CMD, unfortunately. Very close, but does not do it. Farvel is still very much up. Karrith, Razzik, that is now one turn of you guys putting on this armor. It'll pass back around to Farvel's turn. Farvel will take a swing at Nyphix, and that is going to be 17 to hit. No, not 17. That's a lot to hit. That's 23. Sorry, my bad.
Jesus Christ.
And that is going to be 6 points of damage on Nyphix.
And down I
shit.
go.
No.
Okay, Nyphix is incapacitated.
All right.
And I missed 2 rolls, so give me a quick second.
I can't believe this armor's this long to put on. I almost feel like I shouldn't have put it on at all.
Well, I'm going to make you guys really quick at this. This is your last round of armor. So once it gets back to Razzik's turn, he is back in motion.
Yeah.
I mean, with 2 people and it's only a changed shirt.
And Farvel's going to turn to the guard who's frightened, holding his... And goes, grab her and put her back in the cell. They need to hang in the morning. And it is now Eelix's turn.
I'm going to shout back that we... Wait, did I take that potion of healing? No, I
You have-
didn't. Do I?
No,
Yeah, I
I
do. No, I don't. Yeah, no, I
Razzik
don't.
has it.
Razzik has it. I'm going to shout back, we need that potion of healing out here. Nyphix hit the ground. And I'm going to go for the stabby stab.
No longer flanking. Let's see what you got.
I thought Karrith took that.
I did.
Oh, so I guess Karrith has it.
Oh.
Oh.
So
A hard whiff on Farvel, unfortunately.
yeah.
Nyphix, death saving throw.
That's a D20, right?
1d20, no modifiers.
Just above a 10 is what you need.
11.
Thank God.
Okay, that is
Yeah.
one success. Karrith, this is your last turn trying to put on the armor. All right, then we're going to get one more roll of our chaos die. And chaos happens. You all will hear the sound of a bang come from the courtyard as something has burst through the gates and has slammed one of the guards into the stadium.
The fuck?
And that is not enough to do heavy damage, but that's definitely enough to do damage. That guard, because I'm not going to keep tracking all of this, takes 15 points of damage. All right. And with that, the two guards that were coming down the hallway turn and start heading back out to find out what just happened in this hallway. Guards are
Razzik,
going to
did you
begin
hear
moving.
that? All right.
Let's see.
Get this chain shirt on, Americans. What?
All right.
What is that?
All right. And that is 20 points of damage dealt to the creature. And you guys will begin hearing almost a robotic call that sounds like it's saying something. And then it'll pass to Razzik's turn. You are now in control of your own character on Karrith. What will you guys do?
I'm gonna roll perception
All right, and
on that noise.
go ahead, Karrith. Roll the perception on the noise. Razzik, your full combat turn.
Oh, okay. Let's see, what can I do?
That is a 15 perception.
Does the key that I have from the guard open up the cells?
It opens up cells and it unlocks shackles.
Uh, 5, 10. I got enough just about to make it to there. And I'm gonna say to Cork and whoever else is in the cell, we could use a hand out here. You guys interested in helping get out, or interested in getting out of this place alive? And put the key in the lock and pop the door.
All right, as you pop the door, Cork will smile and goes, "Oh, thank you. Oh, he did want to do a jailbreak."
Thank you both to help us out. The guards are tough.
I'm not too worried about them. Got a little bit of help, it sounds like.
How deft are you with a dagger?
I'd say we don't need to be, but pretty good. Just need to get out of the courtyard. Everything else will take care of itself.
I pull the dagger that I have out of my belt and give it to Cork. I'm like, please help us.
All right. And Cork will then nod to the guy behind him, and he goes, "This one here doesn't talk much. Call him Smiley." And you see a man whose face is petrified in a consistent smile.
Weird. Okay. Well, they're fighting in the hall, so please help us.
All right. Karrith, do you speak, what languages do you speak?
I'm half elf, so I think I speak just common from what I understand. I'm checking.
If you're half elf, you speak Elven and Common. And then if you have any bonuses, you can pick other languages to speak.
Yeah, I see a common, elven, half elves with high intelligence scores can choose any languages. I don't think I have a high intelligence score, to be honest with you.
High intelligence score is anything higher.
My
The way
intelligence
I
is
was
10.
given to understand it is every bonus or every 2 attribute points beyond 10, you get one more language.
Yep, every plus one modifier.
Yeah, it's equal to your modifier.
Okay,
All
well,
right,
I have a 0 modifier.
Oh, well then you don't have any. You just speak
Yep.
Elven and Common. I, on the other hand, speak quite a few languages.
So, Karrith, you'll hear a booming voice that sounds almost grunge, almost robotic, and you're unable to make out what it's saying. And it'll now be Farvel's turn. Farvel is going to take a look at Eelix, and he's going to take a swing. 9 plus 6, 15.
I mean, I'm in plate mail.
Plate mail, I think, gives you a damn decent bump.
Yeah, it ain't bad.
Plus 7, I think. Let's see. You can only have a plus 1 dex bonus, but you have a 9 armor bonus. So you're currently sitting at a 20 AC. So that is not enough to hit you. You can't cast spells, but I mean, like, what do you need those for anyway at the moment?
Yeah, I can't really do that anyway, so...
All right. So with that, the turn shall pass once more, and it is Eelix's go.
All right. We're going to go for more stabby stab.
Get those stabby stabs in.
There
That's
you go.
good.
Yep. That should hit.
What'd you get?
He rolled a 14.
Plus 4?
18.
Yep. Dagger
That is a-
stabs.
That is a miss, unfortunately. AC 20.
Holy shit.
He is
That
wearing
would have been a
plate
good damage roll, too.
Hmm.
mail.
That's
all
all
right.
right.
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Negative.
Nyphix death saving throw.
No.
All right. It says 1 success, 1 fail. Karrith, you are up.
All right. After finally getting this donned up, I'm gonna 1, 2, 5, and try to get at least here where Eelix is, and try to get an assess on the situation.
All right. You see that
30.
Nyphix is currently down. The other guard, frightened condition. Now that Nyphix is down, so is the other guard. They'll be joining the fight next round.
Yeah.
And Eelix is trying to hold off Farvel.
I'm trying to think.
And from the courtyard, you hear the sound of bones crunching and metal bending.
Niles. I'm gonna.
Like a can being crushed in a recycler.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to not gut wrench on that one, and I will finish my movement. I think that's my 30 right there, because I think I started here 5. Yeah, that would have ended my 30 right there. I don't think there's much else I can do. I think I still have those daggers on me, don't I?
You do.
Is it possible to just throw it at Farvel?
You can. Go ahead and make it a ranged attack throw.
Alright. There goes nothing. Ranged attack throw. There we go, +4, okay. Could have been that 13. That's not going to hit him, I know that.
All right.
So miss with my dagger I throw. So I come around, hear that that bustling and can cracking, and I'm just gonna try to like throw it at Farvel. Mostly try to get his attention off of Nyphix.
All right, the dagger bounces off of his full plate mail, and the two guards will grab up Nyphix and get ready to start her back. You will hear in the courtyard another metallic crunch of armor as another person dies. You will hear a couple shots fired off, and then splintering wood as whatever is out there will get up on top of the stage and crunch another guard.
Jesus.
More guards are flooding out into that area as well, trying to do what they can.
Mm-hmm.
You hear flecked arrows and people running up and diving off of the stage on top of whatever it is. And then it will be Razzik's turn. Lead the way, pal.
Over here. I'm gonna grab like all the bars of soap from in this room.
All right, you grab all of the animals you can with the limited amount of movement that you have.
Right, that's it.
And with that, it'll pass to Farvel's turn. Farvel's going to take another swing at Eelix's fucking plate mail badassery.
Son bitch.
What the fuck?
Oh, God.
That's 17 points of damage to Eelix.
I am down.
As... Not you. You. As Karrith, you will watch Eelix takes a misstep in this heavy armor, not used to wearing it, and bam! The whole side of his armor cracks into his neck. You hear you hear something shift out of place, and Eelix just to the ground like a sack of potatoes, a sack of metal potatoes. Eelix, death saving throw. Are you in the negatives or are you perfectly at 0?
I am at -2.
Oof. Death saving throw.
13.
All right, Nyphix, death saving throw.
That's a 13.
Let's go.
All right.
Karrith, allies going down left and right. What will you do?
I think Karrith is really starting to lose some self-esteem here. And trying to figure what he needs to do. Do I know if these guys behind me are with me?
You've seen Cork before. If nothing else, as you turn towards Cork, he's just smiling. He looks amused. And Smiley is smiling, but you can tell that Smiley's smile looks like somebody took hooks, put them in the sides of his mouth, and pulled his mouth back.
Mm.
It is a very inhuman smile.
Okay, so I am very unsure now. I am really at a loss. I feel like I'm at a stalemate.
I look at him from the other room. I can like see him diagonally. I was like, "Get your head out of your ass and do something!"
Yeah, I just kind of swallow my gut in it and then just immediately try to like hop off this wall here and try to attack Farvel.
Go ahead and make your attack roll. And I will pull Eelix out of your way.
That's not going to do anything.
All right. You dive off the wall, swing down, and land on Farvel as he parries your weapon side. He looks at you and goes, 2 more. You'll go back to the cells if I have anything.
Nothing I got.
And
Not
Cork
if
is
I can
going
help
to
it.
Cork's going to look at Razzik and just hold his hand open like this to Razzik.
Hold on. I see. I'm not looking at this. Like what?
He hold his hands open as if he's going in for a high five or something.
I just okay.
Are you going to soap me up?
Um, if sure, I toss him a bar of soap.
Awesome. And he takes the bar of soap, and as he catches it, he squeezes it. And he will, with his shot, fire it right underneath Farble. So we'll get around to that one in a second. This guard is going to be dead and get swung into the same body as this guy here. They roll up against each other. Another dead guard here. Garrus is going to take a swing or two as Antoine begins to head across, taking shot after shot. Two more guards come up and start racing up the stairs. This body will get kicked off. Gorm enters the combat. And let's roll a chance dice for Gorm. All right. Gorm drops something. As he was dodging the body of his ally. Razzik, it is now your turn.
I head back into the hallway.
This is the tightest hallway right now.
Yeah, I'm just standing like right here, and I turn to Cork and I'm like, I understand you can get these collars off. How long does it take? Can you get my collar off? Because I could do something about this fight big time.
Well, I could, but we have to get out of here first. Doors
All I
that
need
way.
is the
Sounds
collar
open.
off, my friend, and I will barbecue these fools.
Oh, doors off. Just got to leave. Not sure if you noticed, and he racks his collar too. If I could take it off from here, I would have already.
I thought you have taken one off before.
Oh, I have, just not here.
Oh.
I work with the Darkman Concord. Coincidentally, you were to hang today. I was to get out.
Well, you can always go back and wait.
Yeah, suit yourself. Come seek us out when you're ready. And he'll take his turn and starts walking. And you watch as Smiley doesn't follow Cork immediately. And then Cork snaps his fingers, and Smiley's head starts very, very jerkily spinning. And then his body follows next. And he starts walking down the hallway after him very stiffly. Still your turn, Razzik. What would you like to do?
Tight is the collar around my neck.
Skin tight. Tight enough that you could breathe, but not tight enough for you to wiggle something up and up.
Even if it was soapy?
I mean, you
Even if it was soapy.
soap that bitch up, you're still gonna probably slit your throat.
That never
Yeah.
works.
It
It
never
never
works that way.
Yeah. Soap makes terrible lube.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's true, but
That causes infections.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
Not-
that's also true.
Ironic, isn't it?
Not when it burns, but I mean,
I guess I'll throw bars of soap at these guys.
All right, make a range attack throw. What's your range attack?
Dirty 20.
All right. So a bar of soap slides underneath one of the guards that's taking away Nyphix. Anything else you want to do?
I don't really know what else I could do.
All right. Farble it is. It's now Farble's turn. Farble's going to take a look at Karrith and take a swing. And hit, apparently. It says it's a 4, and I'm going to take it because I fear to reroll that bitch. It's going to be 7 points of damage to Karrith.
Jesus.
Eelix, death saving throw.
Oh no.
Wow.
Karrith, you're distracted for a small moment at Farble hitting you, and then looking down at Eelix to watch him begin twitching, and then seizing up as his body starts to convulse. And then you hear Eelix say, "Not the first time I've been here before."
I don't want to feed Grandma
And then-
bacon in the bathtub.
Nyphix, death saving throw.
I'm really hoping Nyphix can get stable, because I might want to give the healing to Eelix.
Well, I mean, it's either a third success. That's a fail, it looks like. One,
my
2 successes, 2 fails. It's
Man.
basically either way for Nyphix at this point.
Jesus Christ. I am at such a loss.
I hate to say it, but you're not gonna make it to me in enough time to give me that potion.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Karrith, it is on you. Eelix is dying behind you. To give a potion to somebody else is a standard action.
Yeah.
You have a burn your turn. To drink it yourself is a bonus action. You have 1 potion. Or who's your best friend? Pick your favorite. The other one dies.
This is nuts. Karrith is playing with this weird thought in his head, realizing shit is going so horrible. And he can't make this worse, can he?
Can I say something?
I guess.
In all reality, you'd have to get by 3 guards to get to Nyphix.
I gave a clue in this battle.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about that.
There is a problem that's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
It comes to Farble's turn. He's going to have to address.
That little soapy mess.
You have a chance to get a 3rd person up on that side.
Oh my god.
Where you at, Al?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get Eelix up.
All right. Roll that D8 plus 1. Don't shit roll a 1. He won't get
Right?
out. 7 points of health back. So, Eelix, you're back up with 4 hit points.
Yay!
I think
I'm up.
what Farvel would have saw was such, like, fucking loss in his eyes. As he just realized, like, he just does not have what Captain Vickers had. Just knows that he did not have it in him to do what he needed to do.
All right. So with that, the 2 guards that are carrying Nyphix are going to, 1, have to make a dexterity saving throw with this. The dirty 20. That's going to be a success, unfortunately. So he's going to kick the bar of soap down the hallway. But he's then going to look back at Farble and go, "Sir, we're losing this one." And Farble is going to turn around to them, exposing his back to Karrith for a small moment, losing his turn and maybe his footing, as he is now looking at Nyphix. And Karrith, can you give? Actually, Razzik, can you give me, because you're the only one who's watching Farble at this moment, can you give me a sense motive check?
14.
14. All right. I sent you a message.
I love how the music changed.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
It's your knowledge. You can do what you want with it. You see Eelix is currently wounded and blinking back to reality. Definitely fused with that armor at this point. Take more.
Let me try. Eelix, you had a sword and a dagger, right?
Yes.
Not either.
I'm also gonna pull back the curtain here too. Do you need to pass your turn?
No, I'm thinking. Just give me a second.
That's some heavy thinking.
Don't think that hard again. You might not make it out this time.
Just hear a thud on his side of the camera.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
No, I got a cold. God,
Fred would be so pissed at me. He'd be like, "I told you not to make Death think."
What are you doing making Death think? The fuck's wrong with you?
He's a murderer.
He doesn't like puzzles!
I reach out and pull the dagger off Eelix's belt.
All
And I
right.
put it up to my own throat. And I'm like, "Back off, guards, or I'll kill myself, and you won't get any money."
Okay, maybe my original plan is crazy.
Make a bluff check.
I don't have any of those. It's just a fucking 20. Shit. No, I'm fucking natural 19. Let's go.
As you sit there and you hold the dagger to your throat, you will watch as Farble starts looking back and forth. Damn! And he moves from Karrith. Karrith, do you take your attack of
Karrith is so deflated. I don't even know if he would.
It's up to you. I'm not
I'm gonna
gonna
have
bet.
a word with Karrith at the end of this situation if we make it out alive.
The only thing Karrith says is just don't hurt her as he walks away.
All right. Farble is going to move up and very angrily kicks the man in the butthole. That does a lot of damage, and he is going to go. And he's going to move over to Nyphix, and he's going to jam a potion in your mouth. You get 8 hit points back. Nyphix, are you up again?
Yes. It gives me 7 hit points.
And you see, go ahead and roll a sense motive check.
18.
I'll send you a
Plus
message.
shit, whatever is modifier on top of it.
And Eelix, while I'm sending that message, it is your turn.
Alrighty.
22.
Well, I am going to get up on him and do another stabby stab, and I am not going to hit. 9 plus 4 is 11.
Did I get anything sense and motive at 17?
I'll send you something too.
Okay.
And I'm just going to copy and paste this to Karrith. Okay. So Eelix, you go to stab at Farble, and unfortunately you whiff. And Nyphix, it is now your turn. You are prone with your new information.
Hell. The only thing I would like to do is attempt to grab his wrist.
Go ahead and make a CMB check. And I'll give you advantage.
That was a 7. Here's your 15.
All right. 15. 15 plus what?
Oh, CMB, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 2. So, 17.
That meets. You grab a hold of his wrist. You look at this man who was at first panicked and is now just looking pissed. You can tell when somebody's backed into a corner, at this point, just trying to think of their options. What do you say to this person? What do you do after grabbing their wrist?
As I grab his wrist, and I'm gonna kind of hold it like close to me, kind of up past my neck here, over my shoulder, and just kind of look up into his face and go, awfully interesting that you're the one that's reviving me. Little scared to lose us?
You shut your mouth. Take her to the next open cell. It's still your turn.
Do I see Eelix coming up behind Farble? I know that he took a shot at him, but...
You will watch as Eelix takes a swing at Farble, and Farble dodges to the side and is getting ready to put a dent in the other side of that.
Can I kick out Farble's legs?
Make an attack roll. Let's find out.
Apparently not.
You switched to
That's a
physical dice, and
4.
it's not any better.
That 4 came back
It
the worst time.
did.
You go to kick off against his legs, but Farble is already in motion. Do you want to use half your movement?
No.
Stand on the ground. All right, brave choice. Karrith, it is your turn.
I think Karrith is in the midst of almost dropping to his knees when he gets a chance to think about what that thought crossed his mind as he's seeing what Farvel was dealing with. And then he thinks about the direction that Cork's Smiley started going.
By the way, they've had another turn. They are at the door.
Karrith is going to use a double move action
Okay.
and is just going to bolt to that courtyard.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so 15, 30. Okay. What am I seeing?
You are seeing a Cyclops absolutely ravaging the guards, crushing them with a rather large, almost sledgehammer-like club.
Jesus. What the fuck?
He is decked out in an armor that is manufactured. It is not tribal in any way. And he is just wreaking havoc through these guards as you watch Cork and Smiley walk out entirely unfucked.
They had an escape plan.
The Cyclops ignoring them, letting them leave.
With at least 9 to 9 perception, I'm going to try to look around the field just to see if there's like anything that would be useful to me within what I can see among this chaos.
With a 15?
With only a 9.
A 9. You see that Antoine has drawn a weapon and is currently fighting alongside Gorm, trying to keep him alive. Gorm might have dodged his friend, but he took a pretty nasty blow from it. And Antoine is currently in the way of you seeing anything else. You do see another regally dressed guard who is in front of you. Garrus is pretty popular. You'll see him at bars occasionally, so you probably actually know this guy.
Okay. I guess I'm just... I'm wearing plate armor, so I don't know if he quite recognizes me or anything, but I'm just going to practically ask to assess the situation.
He looks at you, and without even turning around, he goes, "We're under attack! Start taking swings!"
I stay silent, but I keep that information that they're kind of screwed out here with whatever's going on.
Okay.
What? I don't I don't know if a 9 will help me. I was wondering what the gallows are looking like there.
Broken. Very broken. This guy is heavy, and he's not making any attempt to not bust shit up.
So we're not being hanged tomorrow.
He's here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and he forgot his pack of Trident layers.
Okay. I think that's just all I can do then for now.
Gorm is going to start retreating backward, taking a shot with a crossbow. And Antoine is going to step in the way to prevent Gorm from taking another hit as this guy comes up the stairs. And the creature is going to dive across and slam down in front of Antoine, raising his club in the air. As he charges across, this bull rush will kill these 3 here. They are already pretty heavily damaged. This guy is going to dive out of the way. And Garrus is going to move to do an intercepting attack. You have an attack of opportunity if you want to take it on Garrus.
I'm
Yes,
definitely not going to take... Yeah, I'm going to not take that attack of opportunity. I do not want to make any more enemies as we already have.
All right. And Antoine is going to scream up the Cyclops, "Back, monster! Get back!" And it is now Razzik's turn. Razzik, do you speak giant?
See what we got.
You
I
do?
have, probably the closest thing would be either draconic or orcish.
Okay, then you don't understand anything, but you will hear a panicked voice.
Okay.
And you'll see Karrith dash down the hallway.
feel like I'm in some sort of like hostage negotiation with the guards, and I feel like since they have a hold of Nyphix, I need to stay here. So, I just shout, "Let her go, or it'll be the end for all of us." On my word, we will all kill ourselves.
Make an intimidation check. What'd you get?
I got a 14.
All right. Is that end your turn?
I'm gonna back down the hall a little bit.
All right.
Let's go. Get no pay for dead bodies.
Eelix and Nyphix, you both get an attack of opportunity.
All right.
As Farvel is going to push past and start dashing down the hall, commanding the guards to come with him.
That is a 21.
That hits. Roll damage.
Eight. No, 4.
All right.
It's 4. It's 4.
Noted. And Nyphix, do you want to take an attack of opportunity?
Roll 9.
That will miss, unfortunately. Razzik, what about you? Attack of opportunity?
No, I'm gonna let him pass, and then I'm gonna tell Nyphix and Eelix, let's go. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
And Karrith, you get an attack of opportunity too. Do you want to take it?
I don't. If anything, I connect eyes with Farvel. See his like situation.
Okay.
Maybe like a sense motive roll, I guess, just to fully understand his scope.
Sure. Go ahead and roll that, and it's going to be Eelix's turn.
I just wanted to do one other little thing. I want to throw the keys to the cell to Eelix, and
That's on
see if
the 11.
there's other prisoners here. Let's see if we can free them. The more of us out, the better.
Okay. Let's also check on the one that Farvel was taken back to their cell.
Yeah, it seems like something's going on there.
All right. So as you guys are, we'll put you guys in roleplay mode. Nyphix, are you joining them, or are you going out to Karrith?
I'm going out to Karrith, actually.
Okay, so we will keep you in battle mode, and Razzik, you are free to open up cells and do stuff like that there. We will stick with Razzik and Eelix for the moment. You open the door to this cell, and you see two women who are in here. There is a brunette half-elven girl who is sitting in the right. She's dressed up in prisoner garb, much like you guys. Shimmer to her sky blue eyes as she looks at you and goes, "Ah, my hero. It's the time to go." And you'll watch the blonde woman who's in the corner get up, push Kimmy down in the corner, and begins walking out, just in a huff. And as she's passing by you, taps you on the shoulder. "Thank you." Kimmy looks at you, Razzik, and goes, "Don't mind her. She's always like that."
No problem.
And Eelix, as you get down the hall, you Vivian for the first time. She is a wood elf, so she's got kind of a dark tannish complexion to her. She's got black hair that is braided into a ponytail behind her, and she is laying on the ground with a big bruise to the side of her head that's gushing blood, as she was struck with the pommel of a sword.
Okay.
And what's more, on the back of her right hand, you'll see a tattoo.
Of what?
The tattoo seems to be a triangle inset of a circle, and then it has a line with a hoop at the top of the line, almost imitating a wand.
Okay. Is this anything I know about?
You know what? Roll a knowledge check. You do knowledge local, knowledge history, nobility if you have any of them,
And if I
or
don't,
just a flat knowledge check with intelligence.
it's an 8.
You
Plus.
do not have any knowledge checks by the look of it.
No.
All the knowledge.
But a straight intelligence check, did you say?
Yep.
8 plus 4. 12?
It's a common symbol you've seen around some of the bars. They are more or less a rogues gallery, but fuck, that's all you could really remember on that.
All right.
They are some type of thieves guild.
Well, I'm going to go in and see if there's anything I can do to tend to the wound.
Go ahead and roll a heal check. And Razzik, if you go up to join Eelix, down as well with a friend. Carry her. You could carry her to somebody who does better.
I think that's what I'm going to have to do.
I'm not very strong, but I can pick her up and like princess carrier.
Make a strength check.
For the love of God, don't drop her.
another gushing wound in her head.
I'm not a muscly wizard.
Hey, Henry.
I got a 17.
All right, you pick her up and begin to carry her. As Eelix goes down to cells, Kibby and her blonde friend will be coming down the hallway. We're just going to call Blondie real quick for safety purposes. Boop. Not Blondie. The hell is wrong with me? All right. And Nyphix and Karrith, who are still in battle turn. Nyphix, it is your turn as you come out and see this Cyclopean bastard getting ready to turn Antoine into pavement filling. You can also make a perception check if you'd like.
I'm definitely going to take a perception check real quick just to get a full sense of the surroundings in the courtyard before I make a move. So 16 plus 4. So 20.
32.
Underneath the Cyclops' foot, or rather to the side of it, he almost stepped on it. You see a key that is unlike the one you picked up before. To get it, you'd have to get in there and get out. Of course, you know, Antoine and Gorm will probably distract them but become pavement filling in the process. What will you do?
Antoine we like, Gorm we don't?
Gorm's a dick. Antoine brought you food even though he was
Correct. That's what I thought. And I'm close enough to Karrith, right?
Yep.
I'm going to quickly point out the key to Karrith and go, Karrith, the key, as I fly to pick up Antoine.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna go for wherever this key was pointed.
I'd like you to make an acrobatics check, both of you.
That.
So 14.
All right.
My acrobatics, you said?
Yep.
That's 18 for me.
Karrith, you proceed to start dashing in. And Nyphix, what's your fly speed?
60.
Awesome. And as you fly in to go grab Antoine,
Oh boy.
Yeesh.
You have a choice. You are Antoine. Who will take the hit? Of course, you know. Karrith could forsake the key, make an attempt himself to save Nyphix and Antoine, or just Nyphix, or just Antoine. Of course, you know, abandoning Antoine, he'll die, but you'll save yourself.
Jesus.
Yeah, but see. Fortunately, to play my character correctly.
Right.
She's not gonna sacrifice Antoine. I'm sorry. That's not gonna happen. So in this instance, Karrith will watch as Nyphix kind of does one of her typical barrel rolls, as he's seen before, mid-air, and tosses Antoine off to the sidelines, clear out of danger.
And taking the blow yourself?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Scary, scary. How much health do you have? 4?
7.
7.
You said I could forsake the key too, right?
You could. You could be the hero that Captain Vickers was.
I never could be. The only thing I know for sure is that Cyclops is no horse, and it is no wolf. So it is not on a list of things I fear right now. But losing people is one. So I forsake the key.
Okay. I'd like you. Roll me a CMB check.
That is a 12.
Okay. And you lucky motherfucker. I don't think it's going to do enough to wipe your ass out.
How much damage was that?
That is 12 points of damage.
I only have 4.
So you are unconscious. And what's your max health?
30.
You shove Nyphix and Antoine out of the way and find yourself unconscious with the weight of the blow. Another member of this team merged with their armor. Karrith, death saving throw.
First fell.
Okay. With that, it is the enemy turn. Gorm is going to abandon Antoine, leaving the battle. 2 guards are going to come up and take swings, and Garrus is going to come up and take a swing for the nuts. Garrus is the only one who actually has a chance to hit this thing, so woo! All right. And Farble is going to start moving, and then is going to fire an attack as well. He will miss on play. With that, Agoria is going to make a check. Do I remove the downed ally who is incapacitated, or do I turn and remove some guards? All right. That said, a swing on Garrus, and that will hit. Garrus is still standing. Second swing, he's going to take out one of the guards, and that would do it. That guard is dead. Antoine is going to maneuver over. He's going to look at Karrith and dump 7 points worth of potion in his mouth, his only potion. Does that get you back up?
Keeps me at -1.
Oof. That's all I could do. And he will frisk the other dead body, and he finds the potion. With that, cut back up to this team up here. Razzik and Eelix, what are your next moves as you are maneuvering through a jail full of murderers, killers, psychopaths, innocents?
Well, I got Vivian, right?
Yep, you have her in your hands.
All right, I'm gonna head down here and I'm gonna yell over to Eelix. Eelix, hurry up! We don't want to get separated.
One more sell to check.
Yeah, no problem. I'll wait for you in the hall, bud. And I move to like right here.
As you look in this cell, you see two people, Eelix. One of them who is currently sitting on the bed. Looks like somebody who, well, suffice to say, belongs here. You see numerous scars that dot their body, a look in their eyes like they are eyeing up the person across the way who is just pissing in the pot because it's pissing them off that they're doing so. You know a murderer when you see one. A family killer. Not his first. The man who's pissing in the hole, however, seems to be oblivious to this. Like you. Innocent and in here. And the way how he's wobbling is just drunk having a good time. You hear knuckles crack. What do you do?
I really don't want to babysit drunk. And I'm not going to babysit a murderer. And nobody is watching particularly.
All right. I always love who you are in the dark.
And down I go.
All right, just taking a note. Awesome. So with that, we will re-enter the battle order. And we'll bring these two out. They pass their check, and they're not hanging around. They're fucking out of here. They're going to sneak out the back while no one's watching. And we're going to bring Razzik with his companion down, and they are now in the battle. You guys will be joining.
That's a huge bitch.
Nyphix, it is your turn.
As I watch Antoine grab another bottle of potion, I'm going to look at him and tell him to learn how to be heroes, to learn when not to try to be a hero in a situation. Pull him to the sideline and give him the potion.
So you're pulling Karrith out.
I'm having Antoine pull Karrith out.
Oh. All right. And what are you going to do?
Watch their back as they go.
Readying an action in case Agoria decides to chase?
Yeah.
Noted.
That's it. That's all I'm going to do.
Karrith, death saving throw. Oof.
2 fails.
Nyphix, make a competed attack roll.
It's a 2.
All right. And with your attack roll, that's still a 2.
That's gonna make it like a 4. We're back
Jesus.
to the 4s.
Yep.
All right. What's going on?
It said 16.
Yeah, it's acting goofy.
Yeah, it was adding like a weird modifier to it.
There we go.
Ooh.
Gross.
All right. You step in for the attack. I'm gonna roll a percentile dice. If it's low, bye-bye Nyphix. If it's high, he'll swing it at Garrus instead.
It better be high numbers. That's enough 4s.
Ha!
Yes!
Garrus will take the full brunt of the blow, and Nyphix will not be crit hit and killed.
Holy shit.
It was a 94, God damn it! There was a 4 in there though! Scared the fuck out of me!
Alright.
Garrus will go unconscious.
Okay.
And with that, a potion gets fed into the mouth of Karrith. That's 3 points of health back to Karrith.
He better keep moving him to the motherfucking sidelines like it's the fucking Sunday newspaper. He's got a fucking, I don't know.
You said
Razzik.
plus
hive like
3?
a dog.
Yep, that was 3 health points.
Okay, so that got me at least...
I'm dragging him like a sack of
2.
potatoes. Heading for the fucking door or some shit.
Razzik, you are up. What will you do?
Fucking. Get back
I'm
over
gonna
here.
move down
Fucking
here. I'm gonna move down here, and I'm gonna start ransacking these guards, looking for either the key to the necklace, the neck thing, or healing potions.
Well,
There are only
remember-
2 guards that have the key to the necklace. One is Gorm, the other is the warden himself.
Right. So, necklace, the healing potions. Then.
Go ahead and roll a percentile dice. See if and how much you find.
A 73.
A 73. You will find 3 healing potions and a note.
Do I have the time to read the note?
You probably don't. You are-
That's a safe bet. I
Alright,
have
well,
one eye that would literally say no.
Yeah, I'm gonna just tuck the note in my peasant clothes, and I'm gonna turn around and give Vivian the other potion. One of those potions.
All right. As you give Vivian the potion, she will waken from unconsciousness and will no
Let's
longer
say-
be telling you.
I got you this far, but you are in Fuckville. Look around.
I see that. We need to get out of here.
Completely concur. We also need the key to these hard neck devices. I want this thing off me.
If we can get back to my group, I can get the cloaks off of you. We just the collars off you. We just need to point.
I turn and I yell back to Eelix. All right, we're going for the door. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, this isn't our fight.
Not only is it not our fight, but fuck these guards.
Barbel is going to take a look at you guys, and Eelix, you get to see Farble's no one's watching moment, who he is in the dark. There's a moment where he feels he should not do anything about Agoria and stop you and Razzik. And he hesitates. And in that moment of hesitation, he runs over to Garrus instead, pulls him out of the battle, and starts downing potions into his mouth, trying to get him back up. And that will be his turn. Eelix, you are up.
God damn it.
Motherfucker, run.
Takes away
Yeah.
the thing I was going to do. Which was go over, ransack the body for the key, and run.
It's under, I think, the Agoria.
It's under Agoria.
Yeah. All right, well, peace out.
All right, Eelix is bouncing.
I'm shouting the same thing, like just, Razzik shouted we're going. I'm shouting we're going too. It's not our fight.
Nyphix, you are up. What would you like to do?
So it's my turn.
Yep.
Has
Would they have
Anton
heard
gotten
me?
into the door yet with Karrith?
Antoine had pulled Karrith away from the fight and gave him a potion that he had the time to do.
Is the guard next to me dead or alive?
He is dead. He's got the marker on him that says dead.
There is a guide, though, that is alive, though, it looks like.
He is outside of threat range for you, so you won't get
Okay.
attacked by him. But you are in Agoria's threat range, so, always a risk.
Yeah.
Yes, I was afraid of whether or not if I moved out of range, if that was attack opportunity.
Is there a
Are you
disengage
able
option?
to Yeah, are you able to disengage in?
You can disengage with a standard action.
Because there's no reason to attack anything.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. We need to just go.
I'm gonna turn around and start heading for Karrith and Antoine. Start shouting to Anton to keep heading for the door to carry Karrith. However, I'm going to ready an action just to make sure that our backs are covered on the way. Just knowing that Karrith is still in the process of coming back up.
So you want to try and recruit Antoine.
Mm-hmm.
Make a diplomacy check.
It's an 18. Fucking hell. Where is my diplomacy?
It's gotta be in your skills. Should be.
-2, so 16.
Antoine doesn't think about it too terribly much, but you do sense a quick moment of hesitation before he gets caught up in the moment. And he will join you. What that will entail for him later, who knows? And Karrith, are you fucking out of here too?
Yeah, practically resting on Antoine.
All right.
Motherfucker doesn't have a choice.
So Antoine will help Karrith get up, hoists him over the shoulder, and the three of you, well, as Warden Arvin's skull comes out, and he takes a look, now freshly back in his armor, very obviously groggy from waking up, and he goes, I think you've had enough fun here. Time to remove this pest. And immediately walks over, and you see his sword draw, and it just shimmers in glittering lights as he goes to face off against Agoria himself. And the rest of you bounce the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah,
Vivian and
yeah. I
Antoine.
grab her hand and run like the fucking wind.
At which point, all of you will escape the Belfont prison. Now on the run from both Gorvo, the masked lord who you failed, and Belfont and Esil itself, the forces of Titus Arbalest.
We barely
Oh.
made it without the skin of our teeth.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
That is at that point where we will close down our session for today,
Mm-hmm.
and we shall pick this up in 2 weeks.
Holy shit.
That was intense. Really good session.
Absolutely.